from the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. What's that? What is it?
Hump day.
Oh, yes. It's the humpiest of days, friends. We're humping hard. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ, the Axeman, and joined by always over here.
I want this to catch. I'm not sure this is catching on.
Might not be. Might not be. The Bobcat is with me.
A couple people have asked me, "What the hell are y'all doing?"
And
are y'all running a FM digital channel now?
The Torta Smasher, DJ Torta Smash, is on the other side of the glass. Good morning, boys. How we doing today? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling this morning?
I'm beat to hell. I mowed yesterday, and it's like riding a mule down the path at the Grand Canyon. I just feel like I've been beat up.
Really?
Yeah, man, it's just a rocky ride.
Man.
There's not good shocks on a mower. That mower has to maintain.
Clay moved out already?
No, yesterday he was working. He's substitute teaching, but he's leaving this weekend.
Okay. So that's you ought to make him put him to work until the last minute.
Mowing's that's above his pay grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay. You trying to keep your value around there?
No, that's just I just enjoy the mowing. I like the way it looks. I have a process.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he screws it up. He doesn't do it right.
Hey, well,
that's why I do it.
But even at Flea Bottom, your neighbors will see your grass.
Yeah.
For Rob, like, it's only for him and his dad. They're the only ones who are going to look at it and go, "That looks real good."
Well, that's true.
He's self-serving here.
But it's also clearing. It's clearing ground so the varmints can't get too close too.
That's true. Okay.
I got to keep the grass short of so I can see the snakes.
Okay.
Or all the varmints that are running around.
Yeah, I'm also beat down because I went to my son's game last night. Ooh, not good. Not good. And I sat with. Listen, I've been around. I coached youth baseball, like pretty high level youth baseball. I've seen bad youth sports parents. I might have seen the worst I've ever seen last night.
Really? The worst?
The worst I've ever seen.
That's awful. I hate hearing this.
The very first play of the game, there's a kid on the other team. We'll call him Rizea.
I wonder who that could be.
And Rizea's parents were sitting behind us.
Okay.
Why were the fans all sitting together?
Because they're not going to open up the visitors site. We're at a high school.
Oh.
We were at New Braunfels Canyon High School, so there's enough room for everybody.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
I'd have gotten up and moved. I would have. I can't deal with stuff like this.
Well, Rizea returned the opening kickoff to the 40-yard line, and then he fell down, and it was a nice return, but he got to the 40. Mind you, this is the opening kickoff of the game. Now, Rizea's mom calls somebody, either her dad or her husband's dad, and says, Rizea, your grandbaby just returned the opening kick of the game. He almost scored a touchdown. But I was like, well, he fell down at the 40. Almost scored a touchdown.
Almost is a relative
He fell
thing.
down?
He tripped and fell down at the 40.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Okay.
And then every time they scored from then on, she called multiple people to tell them what was happening and how good Rizea was playing. On top of this, the dad is, every time Rizea does something, he says, "Oh, he's on one today. Oh, he's on it today." And now at one point the score gets to be, I think it was 22-8. Which, and mind you, I've seen enough of my son's team to know that the game was over at this point. There was not going to be some wild comeback. This was
This was it. You knew it.
It's 8th grade.
I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, start up the bus. These mother effers are going home." And I'm like, whoa, these are 8th grade kids. And by the way, this is the B team game, sir. I don't know if you realize there's 0 professional scouts in the stands right now.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody's interested in Rizea at the next level right now. Well, then Rizea gets a carry on offense, and he gets lit up pretty good. And there's a moment of silence. But then Rizea gets up, and the kid that hit him is laying on the ground holding his leg.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad goes, ha, he hurt too. That's what he gets.
Did your son hit Rizea at
No,
any time?
I wish. My son plays in the middle of the muck.
Okay.
Rizea is more of an outside player.
Yeah, your son needed to just knock him up, knock his helmet off.
If I were Rizea, I would tell my parents never, ever, ever, ever come to my game again. Ever, please. 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 But yeah, it was
These 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds?
They're 8th graders. Yeah, 13. I mean, but laughing at injuries.
Yeah.
Laughing at injury.
No.
And then another kid got hurt later on, and they're like, oh, this team's soft.
Oh, my God.
Soft. Now, mind you, my son's team, almost everybody has to play both ways because there's only the Bulverde Bobcats B team only has 16 kids, 17 kids, something like that.
So they're all Travis Hunter.
This team's got 40. So that's why the second half usually doesn't go well for the Bobs. It's if they don't get a big lead early, it's going to end in heartbreak. But
so what's the record on the year?
1-2. 1-2.
There's still time.
There's time, but there's
no.
Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. I just want me as a guy whose kid is playing football for the first time. I just want him to learn something and get a little bit better. Rizea's parents are, and he was like, you know what we need at the house? We need one of those things where they got heavy bags and he runs through them. I was like, yeah, that's what everybody has at their house.
Yeah, that's what you need.
That makes a lot of sense. I would put that in his bedroom maybe.
That'll fix it.
Yeah, maybe put it in the hallway so when you tell him to go to bed, he runs through those bags and just and maybe he'll hold his stuffed animal, and if he drops the stuffed animal that's fumbling the football and you send him to bed without any dinner. Yeah, so that the worst sports parents I've ever been around last night. So,
well, can you imagine how bad it gets when they're losing?
Oh, I can't imagine. And it made me think maybe that was their first win.
Well, the abuse that kid takes when they're not doing well.
Yeah.
So I just feel sorry for everybody involved with that one.
I know.
Because that coach is hearing from it too.
I would have lost it.
My wife, I had to muzzle her. She was
just get up and move.
She was like, okay, so let's say something breaks out. Do you think we can take them? And I said, well, I feel good about my standing here.
Yeah.
She's like, she's like, well, what? And then she said, I have a stepsister that, my mom, her ex-husband died. It was her kid. I don't really mess with her anymore, but she at one point she was my stepsister, who is probably the most gangster chick I've ever met. I've seen her grab girls by the hair and bounce their face off a tire rim. Nice. And she said, so my wife said, because you could tell she was pretty ghetto. And my wife was like, you think she's got some Melissa in her? And I looked back, I said, no, but the reason why she would beat you is in a setting like this, we're at a middle school football game. If a fight were to break out, you have to be willing to go to jail. She looks like she's willing to go to jail. I've been married to you for 18, 19 years. I know you ain't willing to go to jail. Yeah. So you're at a disadvantage here because she's not scared of jail and you are.
She's been.
Yo, certainly. Certainly.
My wife is not afraid to go to jail.
Yeah. And that, dude, that's half the battle. When you talk about can this girl beat up this girl? Which girl is scared to go to jail? If a girl's not scared to go to jail, she'll probably win the fight.
Right.
More often than not. If a girl is scared to go to jail, she shouldn't be getting involved. She needs to just be quiet.
Yeah, not screaming at anybody.
And keep in mind, we're at a middle school football game.
Middle school football game.
Not high school.
No.
Middle school.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but either way, the Bobcats took it on the chin last
How'd
night.
the A team do?
I think they lost 8-0, which was their best performance of the year. They are winless on the season, but it was 8-0. I'll take that. It was wild improvements from the
There
past.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Like 0 points is pretty standard, but like only allowing 8 was a strong showing for them. So
Is there an offense that the team runs, like a style that we can attribute to?
No.
Just hope the ball gets on the other side of the line.
The B team has a strategy. Hand it off to the fat kid until he starts to get tired, and then.
So the fat kid's the running back?
Yeah, heavy. I don't want to say fat. He's one of the bigger kids. And then after he gets tired, the quarterback, who's a little tiny wee lad, throws an interception. That's the offensive game plan.
Jeez. Well, whatever works.
Well, that's
Right? Listen, man.
That's eighth grade football.
Yeah, it's eighth grade football. You know what, man? Like I said, my kid's keeping a good attitude about it. I think the expectation is low.
Is he getting any perks at school? Any benefit of being on the football team that you've noticed?
I don't think so. Like when we were kids, like you were when you showed up to school on game day, you wore your jersey.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. No. And like you go to your locker and
It's decorated.
your locker's decorated, and a chick made you cookies.
Yeah.
And they would fight over who got to make you the cookies.
Yep.
Those were the glory days.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dealing
maybe
with
we
that.
didn't do that in eighth grade. I know it was in high school for sure.
Yeah.
I think in eighth, but still.
Well, you definitely wore your jersey in eighth grade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were benefits for being on the team, man.
Yeah.
You wanted to.
Kids now, they can't be trusted with their jerseys, so
There was that.
yeah, they're like, yeah, you're not taking your jersey.
Well,
home.
back in my day, those jerseys weighed about 30 pounds.
Jeez.
Chainmail.
They were made out. They were made out of that kind of thick wool that would stop a bullet. So you didn't
They
want
were
to
in
keep
armor. Rob's team was in armor.
You,
They're all
you
out.
didn't want to keep that
Literal
stuff.
armor.
It was made out of World War II surplus.
Lifts up his
fatigues.
face mask.
Face mask.
Everybody mount your steeds.
We didn't have that kind of money. We didn't have face masks.
How old were you?
Our helmets
I
literally.
challenge thee.
We had
Did
the
you switch
quarterback
from leather?
masks. Everybody had the quarterback masks.
You had one bar or two?
No, we had the 2-bar. It was the
Two
quarterback.
bar.
It was the
Okay.
Roger
Was it-
Staubach.
Yeah.
Say,
And
was
if
it
you
the
had
Bob
money,
Greasy?
if you really thought about it, you could go buy a bar that you could screw into the helmet, so you had like a bar, so it wouldn't get poked in the eye.
Oh, that's
And
good.
then there was no padding on the inside of the helmet. It was like a construction helmet with just like the cords,
Straps?
just
Oh,
the
yeah.
straps.
Mm.
So it would, when you'd get hit, it would like echo, like bing, like you were on the inside of a bell. That was the high end equipment we had. And I kid you not, in 7th grade we had dudes that had to share helmets.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was me in Little League baseball.
Alan
we had
Shepard.
like 5 helmets for the whole team.
They'd have
And
to, like you
Oh,
come
yeah.
out and give your helmet to the other dude. To
now
go
you
in.
got piojos. Ugh. All right, let's we got a lot to talk about today on a hump day. We got some football. We got baseball to talk about, I guess.
No, we don't. We don't have to
We
talk
got,
about it. It doesn't matter.
we won't bring
It doesn't-
it up.
I don't care. Do you care?
We got a coaching decision that's been made. Plenty to discuss. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Groom Bar off Pat Booker Road. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still have some overnight road work set up on 1604 eastbound Lock Hill Summit and Northwest Military Highway. We've got the roadway reduced to one lane. Westbound 1604 Bulverde Road to Redland Road. Road work also has the roadway reduced to one lane. On 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to 410. Road work, roadway reduced to one lane. That's a 10-minute drive. And then about 25 minutes through downtown. 35 upper level northbound Laredo to just past Alamo. Only those two left lanes are open to take you on to the lower level, so expect some delays. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows how to help make your home holiday ready for less. Refresh your space with select style selections, vinyl flooring for just $1.99 per square foot. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports. I didn't even get to the best part of yesterday.
Oh, what? There's more?
There was a holding call.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And
the dude said, they're backing him up to the 60-yard line.
All the way back there.
Even my wife looked at me like, what the?
You and your wife knew that was.
Oh, yeah. My wife was like, no, I know there's not a 60-yard line.
Now, quickly, do the math.
Poor Isaiah.
Poor Isaiah.
Yeah,
one time I did stats for a Canadian Football League game, and I was the guy that was responsible for the down and distance in the press box. And for those that are unaware, in the press box, there's one guy that's responsible for telling everybody the previous play in a very monotone voice, kind of like 1st and 10, completion to number 17. That's 8 yards, ball on X. That's what they're saying. So everybody who's typing and paying attention.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty easy to do if you're used to football at the 50-yard line. And I just thought it would be the same. Well, you show up to a Canadian League game and there's a 55. Now, suddenly there's a completed pass from the 52 to the 51. How many yards is that?
60?
Hurry.
60?
Hurry.
60?
61.
No, the 52 to the 51.
I was just kidding.
Hurry. Dude, I was terrible. Anything to do with a 55-yard line.
You didn't like that?
No, the math didn't add up. You know, your brain tells you it's X, but then add an extra 10 yards to it because there's more on the field.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. I didn't even consider the fact that the Canadian League football team it's a 110-yard field with a 55-yard line.
I could see that. I could see that being confusing.
That was my one and only game.
I do think I think the 60-yard line though is like
you reverse back to the 60.
Fourth base.
You know
you got a hell of a field goal kicker.
Well, and this wasn't even a Canadian game.
No, I know.
These kids were American.
Well, maybe he was Canadian.
I mean, it's possible, but
that's with a name like Isaiah.
It's possible. Yeah, that does sound like a.
So in baseball, do they have fourth base?
He's a real hoser.
Third and a half.
I think his parents would have been friendlier if he was Canadian.
Was a four-pointer in basketball. There's a four-pointer.
Sorry.
Can you say the school?
Sorry for cheering.
Would you say the school?
I mean,
that you went against? No.
Yeah, it was Churchill Middle School.
Churchill Middle School.
Yeah.
Not high school.
No, I think it's in New Braunfels, because I don't think it's in. I don't think it's here in.
Okay.
Were they representative of the entirety of the crowd, or were they unique?
These were unique.
Okay.
These parents were unique, but for the most part,
good people.
Seemed like good folk.
Yeah, came.
But that's why poor Isaiah, he's got to deal with that probably his whole life.
Any injuries to worry about?
Holden, he had to miss a series because he got his bell rung a little bit.
Right.
He's like a big kid landed on my helmet, and he's like, my helmet was twisted around.
Looking through his ear hole.
And then he's like, so anytime something happens with their heads, they make him go to the sideline. So he sat for like 3 plays with it. He was holding his helmet. And then the last play of the game, he got face masked, and apparently the kid's fingernails were long, and he got a little scratch on him.
What?
That's blood and guts game, man.
It is, man. Hardcore. I would blame Isaiah, but I can't even blame him for that.
Wasn't even his fault.
That's what he gets for playing my son's team. You're gonna bleed, bitch.
I got to teach that boy to tackle.
I got to teach him how to hit.
I got to teach him
how to catch. I got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's.
No, you don't, Dad. Leave him alone.
Yeah. You're probably good. All right. You know who's not good? We talked about it yesterday. Kind of. I don't like to say that this show tells the future, but we tell the future.
A little bit.
We talked about Mike Gundy, possibly being on the way out, and it appears now.
So it goes.
Mike Gundy is.
And while that's a long way from here, the ramifications of that in Stillwater will ripple all the way down to the north part of San Antonio.
Oh, very well could.
Not very well. I know for a fact it already has.
Okay. Well, there's some names bouncing around. We'll discuss some of those names, and at least a couple of them have local interest. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still have some overnight road work set up on 1604 eastbound Lock Hill Selma to Northwest Military Highway. We've got the roadway reduced to one lane. Westbound 1604 Bulverde Road to Redland Road. Road work also has the roadway reduced to one lane. On 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to 410 road work. Roadway reduced to one lane. That's a 10-minute drive. And then about 25 minutes through downtown. 35 upper level northbound Laredo to just past Alamo. Only those two left lanes are open to take you on to the lower level, so expect some delays. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 11/1. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Lots of college teams have school traditions, like Gig 'em. To get the word out about Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, I suggest we institute the following Quarter Moon Yell. Plum 'em!
Plum 'em?
We've got a whole team of fully stocked trucks, and our customers are the best in Texas. I say Quarter Moon, you say Plum 'em. Quarter Moon.
Folks, at Quarter Moon, we have a spirited tradition of solving every home problem imaginable, from plumbing to air conditioning to heating. Call Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating day or night, and we'll fix them.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
And Doug.
Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns have the week off, but they finally played a football game worthy to talk about.
Our Longhorn insider, Bob Ballou, will join us at 3:35.
And those Dallas Cowboys, so much to fix, and I know who has the answer, R.J. Ochoa. He'll join us at 2:30.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Now, Rob, you just said watch your face when Kurt Cobain's song started playing.
What?
Hey,
Why'd you say that?
That was ironic. The irony was rich with that.
Seems, I don't know, a little insensitive. Maybe a little too soon.
On time.
Too soon?
No, never. It's not
too soon.
No.
Oh, he was talking about.
Good thing he had a long arm.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and a really, really friendly wife. You were talking. Yeah, I think you were talking about what happened.
Scoobly doobly.
Yeah, Scooble.
Yikes, man! I wouldn't have been able. If I'd have witnessed that, I'm not sure I could pitch again.
Well, he couldn't.
Yeah,
he basically melted after that.
Yeah, I don't know how I could come back from that.
Pretty brutal. That's what
because you know the sound. That sound of that is just awful.
I know. I always try to tell kids like, "Hey, man, that's not your fault. That's
you didn't mean to. You didn't mean to.
Like if you went in and tried to hit him in the head, but every pitcher I've ever had, they hit somebody in the head. It was like, it messes you up.
Yeah,
and even that one, like it's a foul ball. He bunted into his own face.
Still,
which I would say that's what you get for trying to bunt.
That's what you get.
That's what you get, Isaiah. That's what you get, little kid.
Digging it in there. That's
trying
my
to bunt.
base. Not yours.
Mike Gundy out at Oklahoma State.
You know the irony with this. This is not ironic, but as we watch Gundy and Dabo Swinney just self-implode with this obstinance or inability to adapt to modern, it's really kind of sad. It really is, because both these coaches were known for being the progressive ones when they were young. The mullet. And Dabo was refreshing after getting away from Saban, and he was the new version of what the old gritty Saban. And now I'm watching these two old dudes. Get off my lawn! I'm never paying. And it's really kind of unfortunate to watch what were guys that can X and O with anybody. They just can, but they can't get dudes anymore because the times have changed.
I mean, Gundy has been there since 2005.
He's a man.
And you know what? I mean, in a way, maybe lucky he didn't get fired last year.
He had to do a tap dance.
They finished the season with a 52-0 loss to Colorado. That wrapped up their Big 12 0-9 season, which it's hard to survive that. But they said, you know what? You've been here for a billion years.
Well,
fire your whole coaching staff. Let's start from scratch, and we'll make it work. Then his season opener, his quarterback breaks his foot. Not ideal. And last week you lose to Tulsa at home for the first time since 1951.
Yep.
And now you find
that's like Texas State rolling into Austin. It really is.
I saw a lot of people say,
like, what just happened?
I saw a lot of people say they were shocked that Gundy didn't get to leave on his own terms.
What?
Dude,
he did.
Mac Brown didn't get to leave Texas on his own terms, and he won a championship and won 10 games basically every single year. Like, it is rare that anyone gets to leave on their own terms, like Nick Saban did.
Well, no, now the way you define your own terms is the buyout.
Yeah.
Every coach leaves on their own terms. The buyout is their term, and it's $15 million.
Yeah.
So Gundy left on his own terms. Now, it's not he didn't get to pick his date, his expiration date, but he's leaving all right. You got to keep in mind Gundy also got a pass because of OU's exit and just the backwash of the exit from OU into the SEC. And, you know, Oklahoma State rode in tandem with OU. Everything good that happened to OU, a little bit good happened to OSU, money and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's gone. They got left. Oklahoma State is now Tulsa. You know, that's what they have become. And through no fault of their own.
And also it's in a weakened Big 12.
That's what I'm saying. So
there was perception that they could maybe be like the new Boss Hogs.
The money, all the stuff that you get from being in the system with University of Texas. While UTSA and UTEP and all these teams want to separate themselves, they really don't, because the money flows down and Texas makes a bunch of money. And so did OU.
Yeah.
So Gundy got stuck in that, but the real issue was his inability and his alumni's inability to come up with the money to pay the players. At the end of the day, that's really what it was. The players that Oklahoma State used to get are now at Tech because Tech paid and Oklahoma State didn't.
All right. Well, let's talk about some of the potential candidates for the Oklahoma State job, because there are several with local to semi-local ties, and the first name out of everyone's mouth is going to be UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor, who maybe I would say his stock has cooled somewhat in the last couple years.
I wouldn't say cooled. I would say leveled. He's still going to be on the top 4 or 5 phone calls that State makes when Arkansas fires Pittman, that they make. Jeff Traylor is going to interview, or at least be asked to interview through intermediaries, for every big job that opens.
This is a guy who was a very well-accomplished high school coach in the state. He was an assistant at Texas. He was an assistant at Arkansas, SMU too, I believe. He's been around the state. The dude's got ties everywhere. This would be a great hire for Oklahoma State.
The first thing,
and you've got a school that hasn't shown a willingness to really kind of open up the checkbook for him.
Exactly. So I mean, he got a raise. He got the most UTSA could come up with. I mean, it wasn't like they held money back. They paid him every penny they could come up with because he deserved it. But Now they're swimming in deeper waters. This is much bigger paychecks and much bigger things. I don't know where Coach would go. I know that the first thing you brought up about Coach Traylor is the most important thing. He can X and O. We know he can coach. We've got the record. It's his relationship with the high school coaches in this state. He and Joey McGuire up at Tech are adored. If they walk in, high school coaches love those guys. They love them, and they'll pipeline them, and that matters. That it really does matter when you're a school that has to sell the coach as much as you have to sell the school name. It's not quite as important as when you're Texas A&M because you're walking in with a full weight and force of these gigantic machines. Yeah. But Jeff Traylor can walk in, and the coaches adore him, and it matters to those mid-level dudes that are really going to be fought over. So they'd be crazy not to call. Jeff would be crazy not to talk. I mean, that's just the life of a coach.
I think a guy who may be a little bit hotter, at least at the moment, is a few miles up the road in San Marcos, G.J. Kinney, the Texas State head coach, who he's 36 years old. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when he goes to a Power 4 job. Like this is one of the hottest names in the country. And now the question for him becomes, is Oklahoma State where you want to be? Like, is that the right job?
I think there's a perception of him that he still might need a little bit more high-end, maybe an OC at a higher school before he gets that gig, but he's going to get the calls. The thing about him I think Oklahoma State and he are a perfect match because we have to remember what Oklahoma State was before Gundy got there.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State was a coach cradle. If you coached at Oklahoma State, you were going on to bigger and better things for a long time. And Gundy appeared to be the next of the dudes that would go on to the NFL or go on to D1 or high in Miami or across the street or wherever it might be. I still think they view themselves and liked themselves when they were that. And Kenny would be the perfect candidate for that. He is a very young Gundy. He's an offensive genius, will sling the ball around with the best of them. And that's, at the end of the day, who Oklahoma State wants to be. So I think Kenny would probably be, in my mind, if they're going small school to elevate, the leading candidate.
I think so, too. Although I guess a lot of it depends on what's more important to you, the relationships or...
Well, Kenny's got the same kind of... I mean, he's a youthful
Kenny's
exuberance.
a Texas kid. And Kenny also, after he washed out in Texas, went to Tulsa.
Right.
So he's got ties in the area.
He knows the region. And I also predicate all of that statement is I think Arkansas is going to come hard for Traylor.
Yeah.
I think Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be another opening soon.
And Pittman's going to get fired. And I know that they are going to look at Coach Traylor really closely. And given the alternative, Oklahoma State would lose to Arkansas 9 times out of 10 if it was a battle between the gigs. Just because Traylor's been there. He's been at Arkansas. But more, it's an SEC job.
Yes, it's also it's a job where the chance to win at Oklahoma State in the Big 12 is much greater than the chance to win at Arkansas in the SEC.
If you get an SEC offer, you don't turn
You
it
take
down.
that chicken money, you take that Walmart money, and you run.
And you just do what you can and hope for the best. And, Coach Traylor's got a relationship with East Texas. He knows that Arkansas region, too. If I'm Arkansas, he is my number one non-current high-level coach. Now, there's going to be one or two that are going to be interviewed that already have gigs. I bet Petrino's going to be back in the mix for all we know. But I definitely expect Traylor to get a flurry of offers, and these are going to be the first two.
DVS says Oklahoma State should hire from within their state. Yeah, right. Imagine any football talent or coaching coming out of the state of Oklahoma. No, they steal from us. That's all they do.
They've got 3 good high schools in the state of Oklahoma.
That's all that junk state can do. All right, and Vinny says Traylor isn't going anywhere. Okay. Listen, man, I was when I was working in Houston, they were essentially a proving ground for young coaches, and it was, the guys would show up for a little while, Kevin Sumlin and Tom Herman, and then they would go on to bigger jobs. And I tell people all the time, there are way worse things you can be than that school that gets big-time coaches to bigger jobs, because now everybody's like, oh, I want to be there and do that.
Absolutely. And lots of schools made great. Texas State, Southwest back in the day was a cradle of coaches. You went there, you got elevated. Oklahoma State the same way. There's benefits to being that because, like you just said, it's a springboard effect going to these schools.
Well, I've got some more names to go over on the other side of this thing, and including one that may offend Rob. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate Pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, Morning Huddle 94.1, going through some of the. Oh, there you go, your boy getting love.
Get that. Put that on my wall.
Your boy's getting love, Baker. A couple more names I want to go through on the Oklahoma State job. How about 36-year-old Colin Klein, offensive coordinator, Texas A&M?
I would say he should be. I don't know. Judging by what he's done at Kansas State, he took him to a title. He had a good run there. At A&M, I would say results are still out. I wouldn't say they've been a ringing endorsement. He hadn't done so much. I would think he's in there. But for this season, so far so good.
If I were Colin Klein, I'd wait a minute because I got a feeling your alma mater's about to.
It's very likely. Yeah, very likely.
That's a job that they'll love you there.
Yeah, and I think that'd probably be more I don't know. It's hard for me to judge because I'm looking through it through Aggie lens, and the offense hasn't been extraordinary, but he's had to deal with some crap. So maybe there's enough there.
All right. What if you don't want to go with a young guy? You want a guy who's been there and done it, who has been in the building and knows it. Dana Holgorsen, Nebraska offensive coordinator.
That retread.
Okay.
He's got West Virginia stink on him. No, I don't want any of that. I mean, he's an offensive mind, and it would fit the Oklahoma State dream, like I said, of slinging it around and scoring 40 a game. But
yeah.
No, I don't think. And if I'm Holgorsen, I'd be desperate to get it, but that just doesn't feel right.
Eric Morris, the coach at North Texas, 39 years old.
He's a candidate.
He's a Mike Leach guy.
Yeah, he's a candidate. For sure.
I would think so.
Yeah, probably. Along with Kenny, one of the top three.
One of the young guys that's on the rise.
Yeah.
And then Oklahoma offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle. He's just 30 years old.
See the trend?
Has coached Cam Ward and John Mateer. He came up with Zach Kitley under Western Kentucky and under Tyson Helton before he went to Wazoo.
A lot of respect there.
That's a good young.
Didn't he have Zappy too?
Zappy, yeah. That'd be a good young. If you're really taking a chance.
It fits the mold of what Oklahoma State used to be. And I appreciate that having a little bit of inside information that people get what they want to get back to because they're not going to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've already decided. They're not, the buyout at $15 million for Gundy is going to preclude a big paycheck for the next coach, so they're going to have to hire young.
That's why I think you'll hear this name come up as well, Zach Robinson, who is the OC of the Atlanta Falcons. And he's from the Sean McVay tree. I would want him.
But if you are a pro coach, and given the nature of the pro game,
he played at Oklahoma State.
I'm just saying, any pro coach. I happen to have a friend that's a coach who has a son that's an NFL coach, and he's a college coach.
Okay,
and he's so envious of his kid's year, how he gets some time off.
Yeah.
He's getting paid like more than any college coach at the same position. He gets a couple of months off. He's not jetting off to Turnbuckle, Mississippi to see if some dude play football on a Friday night. The NFL gig is a very good gig.
I agree.
Would you leave that to come back and have to recruit 20 hours a day?
I mean, it is his alma mater, but if I'm him, I let that. I say, I don't know Mike Gundy. I know Sean McVay.
That's right.
I want someone to hire me for knowing Sean McVay more than Mike Gundy.
Help.
Yeah. Barry Odom also linked, who's at Purdue.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't want to be at Purdue anymore. All right, we got plenty more to talk about, including a big deal out of Oklahoma coming up next. Morning Huddle.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale tomorrow, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident I-10 eastbound Probant left lane. It's causing delays to 35. On Loop 410 westbound Fredericksburg Road, that stall's been moved off a main lane. It's off to the shoulder. Another stall at 410 eastbound McCullough, right shoulder blocked. Ongoing road work through downtown on 35 upper level, northbound Laredo to Alamo. It's got only the 2 left lanes open to take you to the lower level, and that's about a 20-minute delay. 90 eastbound starting to fill in, 211 to 410, a 15-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys have fired head coach Mike Gunday after 21 seasons in Stillwater. They now owe him a $15 million buyout. Potential replacements have already been mentioned, including UTSA's Jeff Traylor. More bad news coming from the state of Oklahoma as OU quarterback and Heisman candidate John Mateer suffered a thumb injury in the Auburn game. He'll have surgery and miss up to 3 weeks. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You heard Rob Thompson in the little Sports Center update talking about John Mateer.
He's an all-around good guy, right, Vic? You edited that out.
What?
He's an all-around good guy.
Did I?
think
I don't
you did.
remember.
Well, it's a time thing. But anyway.
Yeah. Mateer. Reminds me of Brashear.
Brazier?
No, Brashear.
Martin Brashear?
Oh.
No, what was that movie? Brashear.
I don't know.
You're talking about braziers, like bras.
Like bras?
No, the football player with the last Brashear.
Brashear?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold on, I'll find out.
All right, you find out. John Mateer is going to have thumb surgery.
This sucks.
Well, I mean,
it's good for Texas.
It's good for pretty much everyone that's not Oklahoma, quite frankly.
But I mean, just if you're a fan of football, he's fun. He was so much fun to watch.
He is and was, at least a week ago, the favorite to win the Heisman. I can almost certainly say that's not going to happen now.
That's done. And maybe at the end of the day, it could be the best thing that happens to him.
It might be.
Because now you get to define him when he comes out to the draft. There's not a lot of sample.
Yeah. Although, I mean, you want to see these guys play in these big games, and he is going to miss a few weeks, is what they say. We'll talk to Dr. Jason Garrett a little later in the show and see if he can put a better timeline on it for us. They got a bye week this week. They've got a bye week next week when they play Kent State. And then on October 11th, October 11th, they play Texas, and he's going to miss that game. I don't know if anybody's going to score a point in that game now.
It will because it is going to even things out, won't it?
Yeah, you got two really, really good defenses. You've seen so far this Oklahoma defense, who has played 2 top 25 teams, mind you, in Michigan and Auburn, have given up 9 points per game so far. And we know Texas defense is arguably the best in the country.
Most athletic, anyway.
And, it is going to be a rock fight up at the Cotton Bowl.
What is it about Oklahoma and their middle linebacker, their undersized missile of middle linebacker, that Oklahoma always has? They've always got some.
It's funny. I used
dude.
to think it was a Bob Stoops thing, but yeah, it's continued.
They got another one, and it's just a different name, different number, different year, but the same output. Those dudes that pull down 9, 10, 12 tackles a game. That I don't know his name, and he will continue to work in anonymity, but he takes you down.
Yeah. Well, the OU defense is going to have to step up with Mateer out because that is a big loss for Oklahoma. I mean, he has been so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially won the Michigan game by himself, and then played really well in that Auburn game last week. Huge loss for Oklahoma, a team that was 4-0 and kind of had maybe some
belief,
low-key higher expectations
and
than
rightfully so.
Than I think anybody had for them coming into the season. Like, you know, we talked about it. Oklahoma felt like they were in danger of becoming Nebraska. Like just you remember when Oklahoma had a real good football
team? They used to scare you when they ran the power I.
Those were the days I could get hamburgers for a nickel, and Oklahoma was in the top 15.
That's how it feels. Now,
but now it's like, Oklahoma's not dead yet.
And while Oklahoma ain't dead yet, they are not what they were without John Mateer.
No.
Let me tell you, that is like you said, that's an offense that'll be grounded and a pretty decent defense, but this is not – the rest of the SEC just exhaled.
Yeah.
For at least the next month and a half.
The schedule after Texas, they've got South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and then Alabama will be like mid-November. So, I mean, I'm sure they're hoping he can get back by then.
You know, they could survive this. That schedule's not that difficult.
Yeah, going
on the road. But, I mean, Ole Miss could
pretty
be worse.
good.
But it could be worse. I mean, but if you're going to have to play a tough team, that's about the least tough you'll deal with.
Your last 4 weeks are at Tennessee, at Alabama, Missouri, and LSU.
You'd
like to have him back for those.
He kind of needs to be here for that.
And obviously having him out for the Texas game is a big blow. But that's life in the SEC. There's no freebies.
So what's the quarterback for Indiana? Fernando?
Yeah. I don't be surprised,
dude. Get ready to know that name, Fernando at IU.
He might be. He might be. He might be the front runner, I guess. Fernando Mendoza is now. He is the odds-on favorite now. Let me pull up the latest numbers because with Mateer out, that pretty much opens the door wide for him to be the guy. Now, once he starts losing games, let's see. Mendoza 7-1. Dante Moore plus 850.
That's odds on to me is it's going to be a Oregon quarterback.
Carson Beck 12-1.
He's the next.
And remember, he ain't going to lose many games, I don't think. Gunnar Stockton at Georgia 13-1. Joey Aguilar 14-1. Jeremiah Smith 15-1. Marcel Reed 15-1. Jaden Maiava at USC 16-1. Garrett Musmeyer 16-1. Then Julian Sayin, Josh Hoover, Ty Simpson all in that 18 to 20-1 range.
I think it's Oregon or Miami quarterback.
John Mateer's down to 25-1 now.
Too bad. But he'll have time if he gets back early enough and wins a couple of games, especially because I think the only team that's really going to look really in great shape by the time Mateer comes back with a quarterback leading them is Miami.
Yeah.
You know?
If you think there's a chance, 25-1 is a good price. A lot better than you were getting at 6-1 yesterday. So
yeah, he'll be playing against some teams that'll give up some give up some points. So maybe, but
think about this. John Mateer's thumb fell off, and he has better odds to win the Heisman than Arch Manning.
Play with 9 fingers.
Everybody who was betting Arch Manning at 3-1 to win the Heisman preseason, I can't imagine how dumb you must feel right now. I cannot imagine how dumb you must feel. What a dumb thing.
I was going to tell you it was Bertier is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, from Remember the Titans?
Yeah, that's what I was. Whenever I hear his name Mateer, I think of him.
Okay. Because they're both white?
Well, they rhyme.
Oh, no. Okay, sure.
That's all
yeah, nothing to do with him being white.
No, at all.
You're such a racist, Vic.
No, I'm not.
Such a racist, man.
There was no Mexicans in Remember the
Titans. In sports, you don't say white. You say coach's kid.
Oh yeah,
he's a hard worker. He's got great hands.
Or the janitor.
He's got 5-yard quickness.
He's gritty.
He's gritty.
A great free throw shooter.
But you never hear the term athlete applied. You never hear top speed, the speed guy. You never hear that. You're coach's kid.
So if you're a coach's kid and janitor's kid, you can determine who's what.
Well, if you say to me, if you come and go, describe the kind of player. Well, he's a coach on the field. He's a
super athletic. You know what that's code word for.
So
yeah.
Gritty, really intelligent, really
cerebral,
really picks up the game. So you're telling me he's white. He's not a very good athlete, is what you're saying.
And the nomenclature changes, but like they're acting like, oh yeah, everything.
Yeah.
There's no more racism in sports.
Oh,
Would they just
no,
call
at
it
all.
different things?
Well, sometimes it's true. I mean, it's like, oh, yeah.
Well, that is
not
fair.
an athlete. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's accepted, so screw it.
Got that 3-yard quickness. Not, a low top end, but 3-yard quickness.
Yeah.
Hard worker, knows the playbook.
Oh, yeah. He knows the playbook back and forth.
Playbook. Team guy. Comes to work every day.
Absolutely. Oklahoma without Mateer for the foreseeable future, a huge blow to them. And I guess if you're a Texas fan, you wake up today happy about this news.
Everybody in the SEC does. Are you kidding me? Life just got easier.
Yeah. There are still, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 teams still unbeaten in the SEC.
Oh, that's going to change real soon.
This is the week where that starts to fall apart. In fact, Ole Miss, LSU play each other, so that's going to one of them.
A&M, Auburn. Well, Auburn's got a loss, but
we're starting to see them. But Ole Miss, LSU, Missouri, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Mississippi State might be the most surprising one.
That's about.
I thought they were going to be just garbage. I thought they might be the worst team in the SEC. Here they are, 4-0, and Texas A&M sitting at 3-0. So, going to be a tough road ahead for Oklahoma, but that's part of the deal, right? Like, you got to have what's your depth like, and
if they can tread water, they're still. I mean, it's not unbeatable. I mean, undoable, but they're not a very deep team either. So it's going to be really tough.
It's like remember when Ohio State won a national championship with their third quarterback?
Yeah,
kept losing guys, and
OU's not them.
No, at least not right now.
Not there. No.
Not right now. So. We'll keep you updated, and again, we'll talk to Dr. Garrett and see if we can get a good feel for when he is going to be back. To me, that might be the biggest question in college football now, because if suddenly a team that I thought was
you could knock somebody off, yeah.
It just doesn't feel there anymore. One more quick note in college football: the ACC has decided to move to a 9-game conference schedule, which is in line with the rest of the Power 4 teams. So basically, everybody's going to play 9 conference games plus 1 Power 4 game in 2026. Multiple ACC teams have return non-conference games scheduled, so they're gonna have to take care of their stuff.
Going to buy some stuff out.
That includes Florida State's got to go to Alabama. Clemson has to go to LSU. SMU has to go to Baylor, amongst a couple others, and then the North Carolina TCU game is going to be back in Dublin again. So they have a few of those games, but after that, you're going to see the same as the Big 12 and the Big 10, who are already doing it, and the SEC, who decided they're going to do it as well.
If I'm paying big money to have these conference contracts, I need the conference playing themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's pressure from TV.
Well, and you need 10 Power 4 games. That's what everybody's got now. So. The thing about playing 10 Power 4 games is it just makes it so much harder to be the teams on the outside looking in. It's harder to crack that code.
That's on purpose.
Yeah,
too.
they're trying to push them away.
And I would. I don't like it, but I would do the same.
Yeah, they want – I've said this a bunch, and nobody likes to hear this, but I really believe that there's a world where you let these Power 4 conferences just
go away.
That becomes D1 FBS football, and then there's a 1AA or whatever you want to call it, where the teams that aren't in those conferences play each other, and you've got a chance to win your level's national title. And the money, of course, is the thing that keeps them from doing that. They still want to get a piece of the big pie, but to me, that's just, I mean, if you're really playing for championships and you don't want to, because especially now, it's going to be even harder to keep up with the Joneses. Like, it's almost impossible. So why not let them be their own thing? You do your own thing and do the best you can at it.
I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm coming to it from the perspective on this side of the fence. You know, it's not going to – if A&M said goodbye to all of the FBS schools and games from now on, it wouldn't affect my life in the least.
No.
You know what I mean? But if I was an alum of Sam Houston or South Texas or Texas State or you name the schools that – at least one time a year gave me a chance to, talk to the buds around the corner who all had maroon on, and I could,
You'll still have that.
Well,
twice a year,
but it limits my opportunity. And those paycheck games, it limits my opportunity for those. So those checks that help fund my athletic department from getting my ass kicked. I get one less.
No, you'll still get those because again, the Power Four is only going to play within their conference or within they're going to play 10.
My access to the number of those is limited. It does take away my opportunity.
They're already limiting it.
Yeah, but that's now I still have the chance to make the deal. Now, moving on, I don't even have a chance to make the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I'm precluded. I am now fenced out from that, which is fine when you decide I'd rather be the biggest fish in a little pond. But it's hard to get schools and
people don't want to do that.
to dive in full speed unless you've always been a big fish in a little pond. And those schools are going to maintain. They're always going to be good.
Yeah, and I mean, there is still one seat at the table for you.
Yeah, and
I guess that's enough to keep them interested. But
and I think schools that are in Louisiana and Texas, who are the satellites of these bigger schools, are in pretty good space. They're going to be fine because there's enough money trickling down and there's enough fandom to keep them alive. And they really, I mean, Sam Houston doesn't pretend to be anything more than they are.
No.
And if they continue to do that, they're going to continue to be successful. Down year this year, but those are schools that understand the value of just being good in their pond. And once you do that, there's plenty of fandom and plenty of money for everybody.
All right, let's talk a little bit of baseball when we come back. The latest on the AL West, which is essentially buried at this point. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits just up the road from me here on 35 and 1604. And as we head up toward the weekend, if you're headed toward out-of-town football games, you're planning a little fall getaway as the weather turns cooler. Think about your babies, your pets, your dogs. Where are you going to send them? Send them to a place that they are going to be loved as much as you love them at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They've got everything you're looking for in a pet paradise. I'm talking thousands and thousands of square feet of indoor and outdoor play. And on those hot days, there's even a splash pad. And if you're going to be gone for any period of time, they've got luxury suites. I'm talking about video monitoring, bedtime tuck-ins, extra treats, all those things that you would do for your fur babies, they're going to do on the regular because they love your dogs as much as you love your dogs. I've taken my dog Sensei and Avery there several times. They love it. And you know how I know? When we get home, they're not starving. They're comfortable enough to eat, but they are tired. They're exhausted. They've got all the grooming services you want. They'll bathe them before you pick them up. They'll do their nails. They've got training. Everything you're looking for, it's at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Go to mybunkinbiscuit.com for all the details. But when it's time to take your babies out, think of go to My Bunkin' Biscuit or Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. I can say it. You need to head there. I know you're going to thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. And you get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
We're going to be tested this week. I know what the numbers say. I get it. They have given up some explosives, but this is a good football team we're getting ready to go play. They've got good players on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Hey, man, this is a National Football League, and these guys will be a challenge for us, and should be a heck of a football game.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
This doesn't sound like Sabaton.
I believe they'd hurt somebody if they heard this. I believe somebody get their ass kicked. Opening for Sabaton.
Faithless.
All right. I don't like this song.
No.
I love it.
Yeah, well,
take this out of the rotation. This is terrible.
You put you in the mind of a foam party in Ibiza.
Yeah. This would only be fun if I was on drugs.
Well,
I need ecstasy for this.
That's a requirement.
We're not on the same. Yeah. I'm all right, though.
No,
broaden your perspective.
I need ecstasy to enjoy this song. I gotta tell you that right now.
Here, eat this. Here you go.
Here, try this. No, wait, don't try that.
Wait. No. Not that one.
Don't take that. Oh, wait, you took that?
Whoops. If I could turn back time.
No. He's turning into Cher. We gave him the wrong show.
Gave him the wrong one.
We gave him the wrong one.
A big night in Major League Baseball last night.
Was it?
I mean, playoff spots are on the line.
Oh, yeah.
You're like me right now. You're bitter because the team you want to win
I'm done.
Is dog water.
And the thing is, I'm kind of, my affection for Seattle is growing. So I won't have a horrible postseason as long as they're playing.
Ugh.
I know. I don't know why I enjoy watching Seattle so much, but they have become my Sancha.
Yeah, I don't know why you like it.
I guess it's the girl you're not supposed to talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
The
don't
forbidden
like
fruit.
that.
The forbidden fruit, the Hatfields and the McCoys.
And my wife is, she grew up a Mariners fan, so she's like,
oh, that's right. So you do have to deal with it on the inside. For me, it's kind of a passing kind of, that one's kind of cute.
yeah.
That catcher over there, he's
Well,
kind of cute.
It's something that's different from what we've been seeing in the playoffs.
Yeah, he goes by the dumper, you tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about the situation here, but here's where we're at now. The Seattle Mariners clinched a playoff spot last night, though have yet to clinch the division. That is still up for grabs, albeit
although everybody's doing their best to help them.
The magic number is now 1 because the Astros can't even beat the A's.
5-1. It wasn't even a
they just
come on.
No-showed that game. The Rangers have lost 8 games in a row.
Only to be outdone. I mean, they're still not the most disappointing team. I mean, how can you lose 8 consecutive games and look around the league and they're not even the lead news story?
Well, that's because, they were pretty much done anyway. The Tigers, though,
there we go,
have lost 7 in a row, and their lead in the AL Central is now fully gone. They are tied with the Guardians for first place in the AL Central.
If you haven't been paying attention, go look at the Guardians team and go look at the team batting average. Go look at everything about Cleveland. They have no business being here but for 3 arms.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got 3 arms. They can't hit. They're scoring 2-3 runs a game. Well, how did they catch up?
Their run differential on the season is -6.
I can't name a Guardian. I can't.
Jose Ramirez has been there for,
that's it.
for about
that's
a million years.
So the story with this Detroit, and because they're both kind of flyover teams, we really haven't been paying attention, but my God, Detroit.
Yeah,
oh my
this
God.
is a pretty epic collapse for the Tigers, who are still hanging around. But yeah, it is a lot of solid pitching. Gavin Williams, Tanner Bybee, Logan Allen.
That's it.
Those guys keeping them in this thing and probably going to put them in the playoffs. The current percentages, the odds to make the playoffs now. The Blue Jays, Yankees, and Mariners have all clinched spots. So there's 3 of your spots. The Red Sox have a 96.2% chance of making a wild card spot. They're 86 and 71. So they're ahead of both teams in the Central. The Guardians and the Tigers, like I mentioned, they're tied at 85 and 72. Tigers have a slightly better chance to make the playoffs. 80.5 to 79.9. They still have 2 more games at Cleveland.
Right.
But then their last 3 games are at Boston. So I'm a little surprised that that's the math. I would think you're playing 2 potential playoff teams the rest of the season. Yours is probably on the road. Yours is probably tougher. Whereas Cleveland, who obviously they've got 2 more home games with Detroit, and then they wrap up their season with the corpse of the Texas Rangers at home. So I don't see – I think the Guardians are going to win this division, and the Tigers now are the team most likely fighting for a final playoff spot with the Houston Astros. The Kansas City Royals technically are not eliminated yet. By this time tomorrow, they will be eliminated. So same with the Rangers, who on paper they still have a sliver of hope. There's no hope. So you're looking at basically Toronto, New York, Boston, Cleveland, Seattle, and then Detroit and Houston are the 2 teams that are.
And honestly, Detroit's a better team, but right now, this kind of collapse, you feel like they're just going to slide right into the ocean. So Houston could just ass backwards their way into this.
Well, very well could.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is who wants it less right now between Houston and,
That's
and
really the
Detroit.
answer. Who wants it less
is where we're at. In the National League, the Phillies, Brewers, and Dodgers have all
foregone.
Have all clinched. So have the Cubs and the Padres. The Phillies and Brewers have clinched their division. Cubs have clinched a wild card, and then the Dodgers-Padres is still up for grabs. Padres playing good ball right now. They've won 4 games in a row. They've cut the Dodgers' lead down to a game and a half. So there's still some drama in the NL West. What's crazy is there's still a lot of teams that have, like, again, it's a sliver of hope, but the Giants, the Cardinals, the Miami Marlins, all technically not eliminated yet, even though there's only 5 games left in the season, but they're pretty much eliminated. The Mets moved back into the last wild card spot last night. It looks like the Mets, Reds, Padres, the Padres are in, but the Mets, Reds, Diamondbacks are kind of fighting for that last spot.
I think the Mets are
in the NL.
Talent their way there.
I'm hoping for anyone but the Mets, quite frankly.
You have a personal vendetta,
I do.
but I do think they're going to
hate them.
talent their way there.
I hate them. So, interested to see how it all shakes out. But
right now, just looking on either side, what National League going to be more fun to watch, or American League just because it's a bunch of variables?
I think I think the National League is more fun to watch this year, and here's why. The Phillies and the Dodgers are like super teams, and I know that they're going to be good, but the Brewers are like they are the biggest surprise in baseball.
Might be the best team.
So somebody's going to have a prove-it series against them. And then even the wild cards in the NL feel dangerous. Like, I wouldn't want to play the Padres in the playoffs.
All of that. More offense, lots of fun. I think.
Whereas in the AL, it's like
good stories.
Sure.
Good stories.
Are you really looking forward to that Blue Jays Red Sox series or the?
Well, after Lindor and all that, there's some stories there. But
Astros Guardians.
It's not the quality. It's kind of like when you compared to old days with the NBA, where the West Conference was just a bruise fest, and the East, you had 1 or 2 good teams, and we'll just see it. We'll see at the championship.
Yeah, I like the NL a little bit better. Especially with the Astros basically dead. I've got very little interest in the AL. I don't want to see any of these teams win.
They're in Sacramento having to deal with all this crap and just get roped. Can you imagine what that felt like walking into the locker room after that?
They should be embarrassed.
Are you kidding me?
You go into your biggest stretch of games of the whole season, and you're 0-4 now.
Just go lay an egg against a team who's ready to go home too. They're ready to go home. This is Sacramento. They ain't putting up much of a fight, and you let them take you 5-1.
They got 3 hits off Jeffrey Springs. 3 hits. Garbage.
That locker room better be quiet. Nobody better say a damn word.
Astros 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position last night. I don't even know who's going to pitch for the Stros today. Luis Severino is going to go for the A's, but whoever it is, you don't feel good about it if you're the Astros. It's an absolute
they better
melt.
Come out with their hair on fire. I'm talking, just do everything possible for a win. Do something weird, man. Steal every time you're on second. I don't care.
Well, and the other thing is, Jim Crane, who's kind of done this. When you think about how the stretch that the Astros have had here, and it's a couple World Series, and I won't call it a dynasty, but it's been
it's closer to a dynasty as it can be without being one.
You're in the ALCS for X amount of years in a row. That's impressive, and he's really done it on kind of a budget. And I think now it's like finally caught up to him that if you would have paid Kyle Tucker or you would have paid Garrett Cole, like just 1 or 2 of these guys, it could have been a lot different.
Astros fan has survived on being extraordinarily lucky.
No doubt.
I hate saying it that way.
Well, this year especially because the injuries have been so brutal, the fact that they're even in it.
Yeah, and when they were as talented as possible, they still, there's always a timely hit from a star. There was always the luck, and you say luck, and if you're an Astro, it's not luck, it's prep. But the fact of the matter is this team has played on memorable moments. No team I can remember has had so many memorable, huge moments to win games over the last 5 years than the Stros. So when that all disappeared, boy, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, and you're just down to a skeleton crew. Like nobody can hit on this team. Jordan is he's the one guy you can count on, and then he's hurt. It's just a doomed season, quite frankly.
Feels like the conversation we had at the end of June. We were like, man, these guys are living on a dream. I mean, I can't believe we're still here. How long is this going to last?
And then now it's
here
out.
it is. We finally hit the wall.
Made it to the end of the season and then collapsed. What a
maybe
time.
In hindsight, when we look at this, it was an extraordinary job by Crane and crew because they were under-talented and injured, and they're still fighting at the end. I don't look at it like that right now. I look like it as a letdown because there was an opportunity to get the dude you needed, and you chose not to.
Yeah.
So this is where you sit.
From an Astros standpoint, like this is probably one of the more impressive managerial jobs that Espada's done. Like to have this team even close,
but I don't feel like that.
It doesn't feel that way. It feels like and maybe it's because we've been spoiled. Like
I completely agree, but I just don't feel like I'm overly lucky that they tried so hard, and here we sit.
Yeah, I don't think they put their best foot forward with this team to win. In fact, I think they're probably surprised themselves that they were around this long.
That locker room, that's a disgrace last night. That really is. When you just feel the air just left the balloon. Like, there we go. That's it.
All right, we've avoided talking about the Cowboys for long enough. We got to shovel some more dirt on them on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
If you wake up this morning feeling good about yourself and body not bothering you, keeping you out of life, if you did carry on, you're doing things the right way. But so many of us, we do deal with pain. There's nothing embarrassing about that. You know, you wake up in the morning when you reach an age, suddenly something hurts. You don't know why, and it won't go away. You don't have to live with that, or you don't have to live with those things that you inflicted on yourself, like that pickup basketball game you decided to play the other day, and you're still limping around. You know, you can get yourself fixed and fixed fast at Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio with, I say it all the time, and it's true, with one goal in mind, and that's to get you out of pain and as fast as possible in ethical and ways that you might not have thought about, because it doesn't have to do with narcotics or opioids or pills to hide or dull the pain. No, it's about your body fixing itself, and I can tell you, I'm a personal patient. It works, and it works fast. I've had lower back issues my entire life, and I tried everything. I've slept on boards. I've taken muscle relaxants. I've gotten weird massages, all the things to try to fix it, and nothing has ever helped like Arasti has. 4 visits. I'm telling you, I went 4 times and was back in the game, better off than I was before. I want that for you. They accepted my insurance, as they accept most, and I never needed a referral to make an appointment. I just made the call. Write the number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. The website, Arasti.com. Don't let pain keep you out of life. Call Arasti today. They're going to fix you when they do. You can come on by and thank me later.
The phone. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident I-10 eastbound Probant left lane. It's causing delays to 35. On Loop 410 westbound Fredericksburg Road, that stall's been moved off a main lane. It's off to the shoulder. Another stall at 410 eastbound McCullough, right shoulder blocked. Ongoing road work through downtown on 35 upper level, northbound Laredo to Alamo. It's got only the 2 left lanes open to take you to the lower level, and that's about a 20-minute delay. 90 eastbound starting to fill in, 211 to 410, a 15-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Centergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is that a rocket in your pocket, or are you just happy to hear us? It's the Cowboys from Hell with your hosts, Axeman and the Bobcat. Take it away, boys, and try to keep it clean.
Is this Sabaton?
This is. Hell yeah, Axeman and the Bobcat here on a hump day. What's up, you bitches? Hump day?
Is that what wacky morning guys do? Hey, this is As we call it around my house, restaurant quality radio right there.
Oh, that's right.
We're unloading all the drops.
That's right. Any of you soft asses out there want to go get hard, you know where to do it. Sabaton playing February 15th at the Boeing Center at Techport. I got 2 tickets for your soft asses. Hopefully you come back a man after this show. The Legends on Tour show.
She'll do it.
Let's go. Caller number 4. Get your weak ass on the line right now and go to see Sabaton February 15th at the Boeing Center at Techport. And if you're not a broke ass trying to get free tickets and you can actually afford to buy them, well, go online, livenation.com, and we'll be giving away more all week right here on the Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio's rock star.
There we go. Don't adjust your sets.
All right, let's play some Taylor Swift on the other side.
Coming up,
we got some Katy Perry. We got a little T Swift, and Kitty Big Ball is going to make an appearance. That's right. What's that? Oh, yeah. The new cats are outside. There was no cats today. Vic fed the cats, and they were like, no, I'm not coming.
Oh, yeah. I know. No, they'll probably, food will be gone by the time you leave.
Oh, they was already gone.
Oh, okay.
When I got here, it was already gone.
Oh, okay.
No, and I came in, the thing was full. You were here before me.
I thought it was gone.
No, it was a full bowl. There's a cat out there, the black cat.
Who is not looking good.
No, it looks like he got a gunshot wound to the head, GSW to the head. I don't know what's happened, but it's got like a piece of its scalp missing.
I don't.
Poor guy. And he's the only friendly one. Only the good die young.
It's hard times on the range.
It is, man. It is.
Nature's a bitch.
Sucks, man. Sucks.
Mother Nature, in my experience, is a bitch.
But we can't keep stuffing every cat. We can only, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. All right, the Dallas Cowboys, one step closer to destiny. One step closer to Micah Parsons making his return to Cowboys Stadium, which should be pretty fun.
It's going to be a party.
Now, it just won't be the kind of party I think that a lot of people are hoping it would be.
Well, let's listen to Micah and hear everybody talk. I think that there's opportunity to be found.
Well, they asked Micah what it will feel like to sack Dak Prescott.
It's gonna be painful. You know what I mean? Dak's my guy. He was always like a good mentor for me. But you know what it is. I always told him if I ever faced him that it'll be a great matchup. So I'm excited to see what Sunday brings itself. Yeah,
it's gonna be painful. I would have just left it at that.
And
my
painful
prediction.
For who?
My prediction. Pain.
Blood. Pain.
What's your prediction on this game? My prediction. Pain. Anytime you get to say a Clubber Lang quote, that was his best chance to do it. I would have done it.
As we age, I wonder what the percentage of our audience knows who Clubber Lang is.
I think everybody knows.
I'd like to think, right? That's not a lost.
No, like my kids have watched Rocky.
If you raised your kids right.
Yeah, I think most.
All right.
Even,
just saying.
Even the young bucks know know Rocky.
I would like to think so.
I mean, I don't know though.
But sometimes I throw things out that I think people would know. And you're like, you never watched The Godfather, did you?
I wonder if kids these days get to like Rocky 5.
Well,
like,
see,
do
that's
they make
the
it that
concern.
far?
And
it's not that. I mean, Rocky 5 is rubbish, to be fair. But like, do they see it? You need to know it to know it's rubbish. To know that Rocky was the kind of man who would get into a street fight.
Pain was
and
Rocky,
contract AIDS.
Was Rocky 2? Right?
No, 3.
That we're getting into the realm of did you get that far into the series? But Clubber Lang, that was Rocky 3 was as bigger than Rocky.
Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 are elite.
So Dolph Lundgren? Which one was
That's 4.
So 3 and 4. You're right. Those were the 2 best.
Yeah. I mean, Rocky 1 is
that goes
classic,
without saying, but 2 was not, and 3 and 4 were better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And you know what? I even like the old Rocky movies, like the old, like where he's an old man. Like
the last 2 were good, but my God, how many were there? Now that we're getting into the numbers,
like the Balboa.
By the time with Michael B. Jordan, the last 2 have been pretty good.
The Creed movies,
but those really aren't Rocky movies. Yeah, they're Creed movies.
Yeah, but the Balboa movie that was Rocky Balboa, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry Jones. Back to
Are they playoff team?
Of course they are. He Jerry, I don't know if he's already excuse making, but he's already talking about having to face Green Bay without all his bullets in the chamber. Little short-handed showing up in Green Bay.
Make no mistake about it, Green Bay will be out to make a stop in that running game, and we're going to have to really be on our best game, so to speak, with the Green Bay team, and Micah sitting over there, which I'm sure you'll get to later. But the whole point is that this is par for the course relative to today's NFL, relative to dealing with shorthands in terms of personnel. But good news is we got Clowney teed up and ready to go, and we've got some adjustments we can make, we think, and give us a better pass rush out there that you'll see when we line up against Green Bay.
Now, I want to preface all of this with something. I've got a lot of Jerry sound today, and there are two things, and again, he's on 105.3 The Fan up there in Dallas. There's two things that I think I'm interested in talking about what's going on this season and hearing Jerry's thoughts on that and what's going on with the team right now, and that's what we're going to play in this segment. After the top of the hour, I'm going to play some of the stuff that is really about Micah. And they asked him some questions about, like, does this have you fired up competitively to beat Micah? Would you do this? Would you do this again if you had the chance to? Why did you prioritize Dak and CD over Micah? So those questions, I'm going to play those separately from this, though. Like, this is about.
I'm glad you prefaced the way we're going to bring the sound, because this was as close to an admittance of, oh, crap, we're about to get our ass kicked as I've ever heard from Jerry. And you think Jerry took great pride in saying, and we got Clowney in the chamber? Okay, that's the answer?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Jerry's no fool? This was as close as you're ever going to hear from Jerry, and we're about to get our ass handed to us.
They asked Jerry about those Monday meetings with the coaches and where he shows up. I want some answers, boys. I want answers. Here's how that meeting went.
I think that's probably fair to say answers. What you want is what we're going to do about it. And there's not much argument as to what we didn't do well that resulted in the loss. There's not a lot of conversation about that other than how can we this coming week and 3 days of practice, how can we basically address it personnel-wise, scheme-wise? And that's the nature of the conversation.
One of the things he said was, we expect Green Bay to stop the damn run game or something like that.
They're going to go all out to stop the run game. And
you brought up some of the PFF grades from the linemen for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Jerry sees those grades too.
Yeah.
And he sees the internal grades here. Again, he knows an ass whooping is imminent unless a miracle happens.
The best lineman from PFF standpoint so far for the Dallas Cowboys is Brock Hoffman. I don't know.
Backup center?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Is that your cousin?
No, it's not.
Oh. We had him at training camp. He's a good
quite
dude.
frankly, if it was, I wouldn't claim him right now.
No, he's the best he's the best we got. What are you talking about?
Not the way they're
He's
playing.
Our bell cow. He's the best we got. He's like the 38th best lineman in football.
Your cousin play for the Cowboys? No.
Come on.
No, he's in the league. I don't know where he is.
He went to K-State, right?
It's kind of up in the air. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Terrence Steele is I guess maybe this is about where I expected Terrence Steele to be. Terrence Steele's 34th.
Hey, that's a step up.
And by the way, this is out of 70 graded tackles. Terrence Steele is 34 out of 70, which means he's about as average as can be.
Overpaid average, but
which might be, respect. Like
sadly, it's the right tackle.
He wasn't average last year, so there is a bump up.
Massive step up, but that's the highlight of this grading.
Tyler Guyton, 62 out of 70. His PFF grade is a 45.9. 45.9. And if you say, okay, well, let's narrow it down a little bit further and say, what about just pass blocking? He is now the fourth worst pass blocking tackle in all of football. 37.5 is his grade.
And this is now we're 2 years into this, man. Last year we were making excuses. Rookie thrown into the fire. No, man. fail fast in this league, this guy is not going to be the answer.
It's bad.
No,
bad
this is the Cowboys are proving to me yet again that they don't have an eye for interior defensive linemen. They can't draft them. They can't pick them out. They used to be very good at pulling linemen out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer even good at that. I mean, they can draft the obvious, and Alabama guard was obvious, and he's panning out.
He is 23rd, although now he's going to be hurt for a while. And although he's another one, and it matters less with tackles less with guards and tackles. If you narrow it down to just pass blocking, he's like in the bottom 20 of the league too. But the real issue is the guy that you paid, to be your guy now, the highest paid guard in football, Tyler Smith, 43rd best guard.
Which I don't
so
get.
far.
He's not that bad. I know we watched him. He's not that bad. No. So is it learning the new scheme? But no matter what.
Is it a new scheme really, though?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get at. I've seen him play. There were positive reviews last year. This week, the Cowboys are imminently doomed.
All right. We'll talk about Jerry. We'll hear more from Jerry on the other side. He's going to talk about scheming up pressure and if there are changes needed in the secondary. And then we'll hear him talk about the personal side of things this week. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job. Gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444. The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, I-10 westbound Heidner, that wreck is still there. It's blocking a right lane. About a 7-8 minute delay, slow from Medical. South Cross eastbound at Quintana, south side of town, still working that wreck. Slowing down 1604 northbound Calabria up to 1560. Houseman's going to take you about 20 minutes. It's about a 15-minute ride on 410 northbound Marbach on over to Fredericksburg Road. 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway to Isom, 15 minutes. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys have fired head coach Mike Gunday after 21 seasons in Stillwater. They now owe him a $15 million buyout. Potential replacements have already been mentioned, including UTSA's Jeff Traylor. More bad news coming from the state of Oklahoma as OU quarterback and Heisman candidate John Mateer suffered a thumb injury in the Auburn game. He'll have surgery and miss up to 3 weeks. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Alrighty then, 8:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're hearing from Jared Jones on 105.3 The Fan up there in Dallas. A couple more things on this week before we get into the Micah stuff. They asked him about if he thinks having 3 different DCs in 3 years is part of what's to blame for the defensive struggles.
I think it plays a role, but it's not an excuse because you've got turnover all over this league in coaching, and you've got turnover in players all over this league. And so you've got to factor that in. That's the life you've chosen. That's what we do. And by the way, if you're a coach, more so than any other explanation, you're prepared for a setback like this. You should be. You should know that there's a good chance one's coming. And so as coaches or as managers, well, this is no first time, or either you're very naive. In the NFL, and even as these teams are across the board, those differences that you saw out there Sunday can be corrected. On the other hand, you've got to know that here we're facing Green Bay. They'll look at what we didn't do well. They'll look at what we didn't have in the right spot personnel-wise, and they'll be ready to attack that Sunday. That's what makes this league so special and so great, because everybody's playing with good players.
Well, does that mean that your offensive coaches are going to figure out a way to do things better? Your defensive coaches, are they going to figure out how to adjust to what happened on Sunday? Like, that's the big question.
Well, I think what he's saying is no excuses, and I agree with that at the end of the day. But he's got a Jimmy's and Joe's deficit. The scheme can only take you so far. I mean, you can put these guys in the right place. He just doesn't have very good guys.
On the defensive side, I agree. Yeah.
And when we're talking about the different defensive coordinators, how do you screw up a Micah? You don't. Micah wasn't screwed up. Micah did fine. 3 different DCs. He was still, the numbers showed, he's still one of the top 3. I mean, he was one of the best. So the scheme, that applies to a lot of other things. I don't think it applied to Micah. Did it affect? Maybe, but I don't. At the end of the day, these guys are transient. You redo your roster every year. Guys are playing for different coaches. Have played for a lot of different coaches and might have played in that very same scheme 2 coaches ago. So I don't buy that as for defense anyway. Quarterback, that's a whole other story. But for defenses, nah, not an excuse.
They asked him if he thinks there are changes are necessary in the secondary.
We certainly have help on the way. You just named one of them, and we've got
Deron Bland is what they're talking.
That could really come off of our IR that more than likely would have been playing in these first 3 ball games. So we have personnel on the way by and through of guys getting off the injury list, and that could be very, very helpful. However, what we were really short on out there, which was just not playing the schemes that we were using in the secondary to its fundamentals, not playing to the fundamentals of the scheme, is what really hurt us with those exceptional long plays that Chicago put on us.
All right.
Okay. It sounds like
it really
that's
you.
saying, like, hey, do we need to bring in some new guys? The answer is no.
No.
We're going to try and use our same crummy guys and hope that some of them are good.
And dudes were wide open. I know that. So you don't have to tell me scheme was off because dudes were left alone. I don't know what the fix is, but I don't think we're going to see much of it this week.
Okay, so here's the stuff about Micah. First, they asked him if he feels a competitive drive to win versus Micah this week.
Yes, I do. And I think that, of course, I have said this time and time again, I think the world of Micah. And as an individual, and, of course, know him well. And I might say I wish him well, except it's obvious I don't this weekend in terms of Green Bay winning the ball game. And so it makes for an exciting time, and I'm anxious to see if over the years when I saw Michael mitigated, when I saw teams playing pretty well, which he's going to make some plays no matter how you play. But when I saw people play us well with Micah in the game, and it did happen, then obviously we'll be looking to try to run those kinds of plays.
Obviously.
So we know what he's not good at. And we're going to do that.
We know exactly what he's
and
not
there's
good
not
at.
that much that he's not good at.
Well, what he's not good at apparently is playoff football. And that's the JGR, another one. How was he in the playoffs? Completely invisible. Yeah, you remember what the playoffs were like, though? It's one of those things like, I don't want him around here because he stunk in the playoffs. Well, now you won't get to see what it's like to stink in the playoffs because you're not even close to a playoff team anymore. So enjoy that.
This is all about next year and the following years. And I get the way Jerry feels. And you want to play against him. But I appreciate he left that last little dig, that he let it out at the very end. Yeah, we know him too. We know him too, and we know where his weakness is. And not that he has any, but I do think that there is that competitive drive just to, we know it's going to be good, but I got something for you.
JGR, Micah had 2 tackles. That's it, all game last week. Must have thought it was a playoff game. Well, he also leads the league in pressures. He also is 4th in PFF amongst edge defenders.
If you're still throwing this out, you're not gonna change these guys' view.
You're not.
You know what I mean? If you're still holding out hope that the Cowboys made a good deal, go ahead, enjoy it. The ignorance is bliss. You'll be the grinning idiot. I mean, if you still sit today and say the Cowboys did the right thing, they did it at the right time, and they got enough talent for what they gave up. Well, enjoy. I mean, is the sky blue in your world? I mean, it was the worst possible deal, a deal that had to be made, but it was the worst possible time. He didn't get enough. He traded inside the division. He's got this guy coming into town, and on top of that, his team sucks.
Yeah.
So there's nothing good about this. You can say he wasn't worth it. He was worth every effort. He was worth every squeeze. He was worth every dollar. He was worth another defensive coordinator. He was worth all of that, and the Cowboys blew it up. They screwed it.
Okay, so they asked Jerry if you let your money get in the way in the Micah deal, did you let your money get mad during this deal?
Absolutely not. Not at all. It was nothing personal. I told you I like Micah. And there was no issue regarding, as much as people wanted to make that of it, there was no issue regarding feelings relative to the negotiation. Certainly not on my part. It was just par for the course. And the facts are, the negotiation was ongoing. Now, people made a lot of that we weren't talking. I had on the table the best I could do, period. And really, I wanted to see, if by chumming it up out there, that we could see what Micah might be worth in trade value. And that was the plan all the way through, quote, the negotiation. And so there's as a matter of fact, cool as a cucumber as far as feelings or as far as flaring.
Cool as a cucumber. Never let it get personal. Never let it get emotional. Sure.
That's not how it played out. I don't know. It's a strange memory he has, and maybe personally behind closed doors it never got personal. Certainly felt that way. When you came out and said the agent told you to stick it up your ass, I think that got real personal.
Yeah.
So I don't buy that at all. I do sense the realization that behind closed doors this was a cluster.
Jose says, I like how AJ hates all Cowboys players, but as soon as they leave, he's all over them. That's just fundamentally not true. I said when Micah was a Cowboy, I said, pay him. He is the best player on this team.
He is.
I don't hate all Cowboys players. That's just not true. I hate the ones that don't live up to expectations.
This was such a monumental mistake, and now we're all just dealing with the fallout. And the first and immediate fallout will be losses in ways that are ugly because you're going to give up so many points. But if they can make some lemonade out of this and draft appropriately, which right now doesn't seem like they're capable of, then we can make light of it, make it feel like a better deal. But right now, this is just horrible. It really is.
Well, they asked him, why did you prioritize Dak and CD over Micah?
Well, because at some point you look at where you're trying to go as a team and look with how you can afford to get there, which has to do with the cap. We decided 2 years ago that we wanted to go forward with Dak. Now, that was quite a challenge because the combination of what we'd been paying him plus what we ended up paying him really takes up, if you will, your currency. That's just what it is. Once we decided to do that, then obviously we wanted to maximize what we can do on offense, and there comes Lamb. And both of these guys were very, very indispensable as far as any type of plan that we had going forward. Micah, just as he was extremely attractive in terms of making a trade, Micah is also and was a very attractive player for us to go forward with on defense. We decided, after having done Dak, after having done Lamb, looking ahead at who we were going to want to do, which is very important here, looking around the corner and see if the players we've got, who we're going to put in our top 6 or 7 salary-wise. We did all of that, and it came up the trade.
I think this is about as honest as Jerry's
It
been.
really feels that way.
Yeah.
Like he's there's some real he's done some real soul searching, and I
Yeah.
guess getting your ass kicked by the Bears will do that. But
And it's kind of like when I watched Breaking Bad. With Walter White, with every decision he made, you go, I get it. I understand how you got where you are. I think you made a lot of bad decisions, but the ramification, I get it. And I think the moment, as he said, the moment we decided to pay Dak, we couldn't not help him. You know, we're all in. We can't not help Dak by re-signing his favorite player in CeeDee Lamb. So exactly what he's saying, you can look at it as a reason as to why they're here or as an excuse. To me, in hindsight and looking in the rearview mirror, it makes perfect sense. You paid Dak an extraordinary amount of money. You can't leave him alone because we know by his definition he wasn't capable before he got paid. Why would he suddenly be capable of doing it without Dak or CeeDee Lamb now? So you got to pay CD. And once you did that, they kind of limited the resources and what they were comfortable paying their third guy. Sadly, their best guy, but he was third in line.
Here, where'd it go? JGR, fact is he had two tackles versus Cleveland's offense and got his ass kicked. No.
Okay.
Guys, Cleveland's offense, remember Cleveland scored 0 points. 0.0 points until there were, 9 minutes left in the game. They got a field goal, and then they scored. Yeah. They scored right after an interception from Jordan Love and then kicked another field goal. Cleveland's offense did nothing in the game. Nothing.
So is the point that Micah's not any good? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what people are trying to convince you of. I don't understand how you can think that.
Why you think that he isn't any good? By every metric, he is one of the top 5 players in the league. Sum total, he is that good. And the Cowboys traded him away for a couple of draft picks and a dude.
These are
it's a bad situation.
If you badmouth Micah, you're essentially the dude whose wife leaves you because you're a crummy husband, and then she's got a better life, and you're like, but she's a pig.
Yeah.
She sucks.
You have no idea.
Yeah, and meanwhile, she's like got a way better life than she had with you, and you're a bitter, sad man.
So I can get you can be mad at Micah for the way he acted. You can denigrate his podcasting and all the stuff about wearing out at the end of the season. Yeah, there's a couple of things that most people will admit. But to throw out, he only had two tackles. What? That in itself is just it's ignorance. So the moment you say that, you're discounted.
All right. Finally, and this is a good question that these guys asked because it's a question I've often wanted the answer from Jerry. If you could do it over again, would you trade Micah before the draft? Because you and I talked about this last year.
That would have been the appropriate thing to do if you weren't going to pay him or at least come close to what he was asking.
We talked about this at the trade deadline last year. If the plan isn't to pay Micah, then do it now because they could have gotten a boatload for Micah. And here's what Jerry has to say.
Talking about, well, why didn't you trade him back before the draft? Because draft picks become the most valuable timing-wise. You can have them in the off season before the draft. That's when the pick becomes much more valuable, and the player becomes less valuable if you're trading a player for potential picks. So I knew the time to get the picks was while this season was available to whoever got Micah. Having said that, the timing was right when it should have been. No, not at all. Not at all. We needed this timing. We needed to be right here at the beginning of the season, in my mind, to get the highest value.
Dude,
I heard people.
That's so wrong.
I can't believe he thinks that.
That's so absolutely wrong.
I can't. We heard a lot of clips from him today, and it's like, oh, it's refreshing. That it makes me feel like he didn't learn anything.
It's misguided. You
really
think that at that moment when you were held over a barrel, literally it was either he wasn't going to play and blow up your team or you trade him for that. That's where you got, and you thought that was the best time.
Yeah, you thought the best time was when there was no other option.
Yeah, and people were waiting for you to just, eventually they're just going to let him go. I'll wait for 6 months.
Yeah. There's no way that's true. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll keep talking football. We got a whole weekend coming up from it. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about my friends over at Underdog. That's right, Underdog. Football's back. Underdog's the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You play right now in Texas. And by the way, it's not just football. Because, okay, there's no football games tonight. Well, guess what? There are baseball games. And guess what? Luis Severino pitching against those Astros. You think they're going to get more than 5.5 hits off of Luis Severino? They couldn't even get 5.5 hits all game last night. I don't see how that's going to happen. I'm going to play lower on hits allowed for Luis Severino tonight. May pair that with a little lady basketball action. I don't know. There's so many options on Underdog. That's what's great about them. It's so easy. You pick your favorite players. If they're going to go higher or lower on stats, touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, whatever. You get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash with as little as $1. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting September 29th at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 five-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning, everybody. Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. DJ Torta Smash on the other side of the glass.
Yep.
Thick Vic.
Thick Vic.
That's me. Like them thick.
That's right. 2Ks, baby, 2Ks.
Go for the dose. That's 200.
Yeah, Vic he goes for 2Ks. He goes for if her weight starts with a 1, Vic ain't interested.
Oh, man, I want to drop a deuce on people.
I wasn't going to go there, but all right. All right, there's a big move in the Big Apple as the New York Football Giants have decided to hand over the reins. It's going to be Jackson Dart starting in week 4, and I think the reason they do it now, first of all, the game against the Cowboys was great for Russ.
I mean, Russ's next to last game as a pro, and it very well have been.
The other
it was
two,
the best of his pro career. Isn't that nuts?
The other two were dreadful, and there was Russ did something against the Chiefs that to me is unforgivable.
That fourth down.
Yeah, and this is why, honestly, the reason why I ever started to hate Aaron Rodgers, the reason why I don't respect Aaron Rodgers the way that a lot of other people do is there's no quarterback in the history of the NFL that's been more protective of his stats than Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers would rather throw an uncatchable ball than have there, like on fourth down, than have there be a chance of an interception. Like, if the game's on the line, he'd rather hit the goalpost with it than throw it up and have a chance for someone to take it away and put a 1 in his interception column. Russell Wilson made a business decision on 2 of those 4 plays to throw uncatchable balls.
And run out of bounds.
Yeah, and just give your chance. You get no chance to win. You had no chance to win with those decisions. It's really an unforgivable thing. I think that's part of why. But I think also maybe they're seeing stuff in Jackson Dart that says, all right, maybe we got enough. But I think the biggest factor is the Giants now know we suck.
Oh, yeah. And there's nothing better than understanding who you are. And they know they're terrible. And what are we doing here? And our intent is to be better and have a better quarterback next year and surround him with more talent as we get closer and closer to redoing this team and hiring a new head coach. Let's not kid ourselves. Daboll's gone. This Yeah, I mean, you're damned if you do it, if you're damned if you don't. I mean, there was some thought, can you hold out and get the bye week and some easier teams? You know, I don't blame them for what they're doing. My real question here is, and Dart's gonna have a rookie year. Now, everything that rookie quarterbacks go through, he's going to do it. There's going to be interceptions. There's going to be bad calls. There's going to be mismanaged clock. All those things are coming, but you might as well get it out of the way early.
And we looked at their schedule last week, and listen, playing the Chargers for your first game, this is tough.
Yeah, it ain't easy.
And next week, they could have waited till next week when he played the Saints, but then after the Saints, it's Eagles, Broncos, Eagles. Like it's tough.
Yeah,
man. It's hard out here.
I don't blame him. I'm not mad. Ideally, in the perfect world, I mean, I heard it described best yesterday. Jackson Dart was the break glass in case of emergency quarterback. We're only going to play in case things have gone terribly south, and they have. So they broke the glass and brought him in. The real question now is, what happens with Russell? And if it's the end, he's got the Super Bowl, he's got numbers. Is it possible to play yourself out of a Hall of Fame career? I mean, can you look at the last 3 years of his career and go, yikes,
yeah,
this is awful. Like, dudes you can't even finish a season with teams. They're running you out of town.
Yeah, he's been dreadful. And now there is a case that, last year this happened to the Giants as well. Daniel Jones says, hey, if you're not going to play me, can you just release me so I can find a place? And Daniel Jones did, and, may have revived his career.
So far, but
if I'm Russell Wilson, I think that's what I asked the Giants to do.
You can't come back to New York. They don't want you, and you don't want to be there.
And
so,
they've got Jameis Winston, so you've got a veteran backup. If Russ and I don't believe that Russell Wilson can still be a viable starter.
I don't
in the
either.
league.
He's done.
But I understand a team like Cincinnati, who just saw their backup quarterback throw 50 interceptions against the Vikings. I could see how Cincinnati would look at it and go, hey, man, we're 2-1. We've just got to find a way to survive until Joe Burrow gets back.
I would, to do that, what I would do if I was Taylor or anybody in power in Cincinnati is I'd poll my team. What do y'all think? If you want him, I'll go get him. I'm not going to make my team mad. I'm not going to anger anybody. And if everybody's down with this, yeah, it makes some sense.
I think it doesn't make sense to keep Russell around, though.
No, he's done in New York for a lot of reasons.
And I don't know if you can trade him, but at a minimum, you can just cut
him and go. And I don't know what his contract is. I know it's not much.
No.
And I hate to see guys' career end like this because I'm a firm proponent of make him rip the jersey off you. Do this till the end because you ain't coming back. But I think he might have done this too long.
He's not the only one struggling, though. Russell's not. There's question, and this is kind of a cautionary tale. Because the Falcons were in the same position, had a young quarterback that everybody was clamoring to see, and they had an old school vet that everybody was sick and tired of because he wasn't doing enough. And they made the switch, and now suddenly Michael Penix Jr. looks like a dude who's, played 5 football games. And it's like, oh. Ooh.
So, okay, what would a bad football team do? And what would a good football or a team that was run with appropriate football minds? Because Atlanta's a bad football team. So I have an idea what they would do. What would a good general manager, good coach do with this Penix situation?
I would say, oh, Michael, it sucks that your knee is banged up right now. We're going to sit you down for a couple weeks, make sure we get your knee right. And because I have Kirk Cousins sitting here making $45 million, I'm going to play Kirk Cousins, see if Kirk Cousins is balling out, your knee injury might take a little while to get better. But this whole time that your knee is hurt, quote unquote hurt, I need you working on that playbook. I need you grinding your ass off. So when it's time for you to come back, you are a different guy than you are right now. Because right now you're not the guy.
So what would Atlanta, as a bad football team,
Atlanta's going to keep running Michael Penix out there and just let him rot.
Meat grinder. I agree. They're going to say no. He's young. You have the rarest opportunity in the world. And that is an ability and the capability, due to the extraordinary payments, to actually foster the growth of a quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw him out to the wolves. You don't have to even be great as a team.
And they don't want to say that Michael Penix is the problem or even part of the problem.
And you don't have to right now.
Right, because they fired Ike Hilliard, who was their receivers coach. They announced that Zach Robinson, their OC, who we talked about earlier, is going to be down on the sideline from now on. like those are all things that like say, okay, we're trying to change some things up in the offense, but none of them say Michael Penix hasn't been good enough. We need something to be fixed. And quite frankly, something needs to be fixed. And like Michael Penix is like, he's still got all these great tools. He's a fine passer. He's just raw. He doesn't look like he knows where he is. He doesn't know what defenses are doing. He doesn't know how to read things. It's just a mess right now.
A good team goes, you know what? And we'll give you an injury. We'll give you an injury report. Go just grind. Yeah, like you said, grind and watch film. And when it's appropriate, we'll bring you back. And it does two things. One, it gets Kirk Cousins back on the front of mind to teams like Cincinnati who can go like, wait a minute, that guy can still wing it. And let's see if we can go get him. And two, you float. But that's not what Atlanta's going to do. You just know a bad football team's going to come out. This young coach is going to defend his guy and say, it's not him, it's us. He's showed it in practice, and we're gonna muscle through this when you don't have to.
Yeah, I just don't. This team is way too talented on that side of the ball to be shut out by the Carolina Panthers.
30-0.
That's embarrassing. They're gonna have to do something. I really think the fake injury is the way to go because it saves face for Penix, and This is a very winnable division.
You'd think.
There's not one team in this division that I go, oh, they're a juggernaut. Like, no, I mean, the Bucks who are 3-0 on 3 coin flips could be 0-3. I mean, 3 games you could say they should have lost.
Well,
and here the Falcons are just wasting away. If you
they're going to let it get out of hand.
Offense.
What's going to happen is you're going to let it get out of hand, and so no matter what you do, the Bucks are going to run away with it because they're going to have a 3-game lead halfway through the season.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get to the point where it doesn't matter, even if they're not that good and they're catchable, they got too big of a lead.
And Claymore says Cincinnati has a fully capable backup in Jake Browning. Jake Browning just threw another interception.
I mean, he might be, but Cincinnati has a different goal than Atlanta. Cincinnati, we're running out of time. We paid everybody. We got to get to the playoffs to justify our actions. Atlanta's still building this thing.
Yeah, Jake Browning was a disaster last week. I mean, you can't throw multiple pick sixes in a game and be like, oh, yeah, we feel good about our back. They lost 48-10 to the Vikings, who were also playing with a backup quarterback.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they can't possibly feel as good about Jake Browning as they did a week ago.
I think there'll be some growing pains, but at the end of the day, Atlanta is in a situation where this is how I judge good and bad football teams. What are you going to do here?
Yeah.
What are you going to do here?
And that's why, to me, like for the Bengals, Kirk Cousins doesn't really make sense because that's too much money, first of all.
I agree.
And, like, that's a long-term thing. Russell Wilson is that's a throwaway part.
It's a Band-Aid, no matter what.
You bring him in, and, dude, I think Russell Wilson right now is probably better than Jake Browning. I don't think that Russell Wilson's like ever going to be a reasonable full-time starter again in the NFL, but if he can just get you to the day that Joe Burrow can come back, awesome. And then you know what else Russ will be able to say? If the Bengals are able to, I mean, this is a long shot, but if the Bengals are able to make the playoffs and make a run and he wins a Super Bowl as a backup quarterback, he contributed to a second Super Bowl. He wasn't a starter, but he's the reason why they got there.
Do you think he has the mentality to do that? I'd like to hope he does. This would be a wake-up call today of all times.
Yeah, I think the fact that a rookie just took your job in week 4, if that doesn't tell you where you stand right now, the fact that they were juggling you around with Justin Fields, who just learned how to throw a forward pass, and the fact that Denver paid money for you to go away.
You're over 3, dude.
And you are no longer Mr. Unlimited. You are now Russell Wilson. Like, if you want to keep collecting an NFL check, you need to understand what your role is. And
but
I would
he's still
imagine
Hall of Fame, right? We still believe he's not first ballot by any stretch, but we still believe he's a Hall of Famer, right? I mean, he's got the prereqs, got the Super Bowl, went back. He's done everything, but it was so early in his career that he's all for 3 now. And
he's maybe the most interesting case on does this guy make the Hall of Fame or not? Because the long story is, the guy's never gotten a single MVP vote. Like,
All
so
of that
if you're
plays
that
into it.
like if you're that great, there's somebody who's like, oh, this guy's the best. No one's ever said Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the
yards
league.
and Super Bowls and touchdown passes and all those things that we say that's what you need, and then you got to have a Super Bowl. Well, he's got all those, but right now he doesn't feel like a Hall of Famer to me.
I don't really know. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, the Texans also made a big move yesterday. We'll talk about that. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my physician. In fact, I saw him yesterday, and I can thank the Institute for Functional Health for everything they've done for me over the last decade. I just finished my 60-year checkup, and guess what? I had the doctor literally write it on the paper so my wife could read it, that I have the blood work and the body of a 45-year-old. Now, if you're 30, that doesn't say much, but for my age, I'm pretty proud of that, and I can thank Dr. Torres for beginning a process with me 10 years ago to get me here. I am 60 years old, and I'm not on any medication. No statin, nothing to protect my blood pressure or diabetics, because I don't need it. I lost the weight, and it took care of all those problems that so many of us deal with. If you are on the verge, or if you're on medication, the weight loss will actually help. I want you to call Dr. Torres. This has nothing to do with semaglutides and shots and pills. This is Dr. Torres putting together programs that work for people like us. I'm living proof, and I learned enough to live this way for the rest of my life, and I could not be more proud of my physical condition. Is there more work to be done? Absolutely, but that's part of Dr. Torres' plan. There's always more work to be done. So if it's time to lose weight, you want to feel better, call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. His website, IFF Health, is a wonderful resource. Go there, check it out before you call him. But if it's time, there's no better place to go than Dr. Torres, the Institute for Functional Health. Go there, meet him, get started, and before you know it, you're going to come on by with your skinny self and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling slowly. Now, we do have this wreck on I-10 westbound at Huebner taking up a right lane. It's got you stop and go from Crossroads, so about a 10, 12-minute delay. A new stall in the Castle Hills area, north side, 410 eastbound West Avenue stall left lane. Rolling a bit slowly, 1604 northbound Calabria up to Hausman, about 15 minutes. And about 15 minutes on 410 northbound Marbach to Fredericksburg Road. 10-minute ride, 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway on down to Isom Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns have the week off, but they finally played a football game worthy to talk about.
Our Longhorn insider, Bob Ballou, will join us at 3:35.
And those Dallas Cowboys, so much to fix, and I know who has the answer, R.J. Ochoa. He'll join us at 2:30.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. Let's head to the...
Good morning. You ready for the guys?
Vic, you said that on the air.
My fault.
That's all right.
Thank you. You ruined my intro.
Let's start over.
You know him. You love him. Joining us now on the Buyer's Barricade guest line, the doctor himself. From Arasti, Dr. Jason Gitt. Good morning, Dr. G.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing all right,
Don't
boss.
you wish you had
How
that every
about
morning?
you?
Would you like to have that on your alarm as you woke up? An intro
Yeah,
song?
I think you might get a little numb to it. So I kind of enjoy it once a week because it gets me hyped up.
Good. Just trying to hype you up, man.
Doc's
Hype
trying
you
to
up
stay
every week.
grounded, you
That's
know.
right. Yeah. We don't want you to get the big head.
No, we don't want that.
We don't want you to get the big head. All right, Doc. Here's the big news is John Mateer. John Mateer, the Oklahoma quarterback, has a torn ligament in his thumb. He's going to have surgery. Now, it's on his throwing hand. What is the timeline in your mind, your estimation? What would that look like? And when he does come back, what are going to be the issues? Is it going to be grip? Is it going to be is he going to have the same kind of oomph? Is it going to shoot out of his hand the same way? Or is he going to be worried about running with the ball also? What all comes along with this thumb situation?
Yeah, I'm not sure the timeline. It all depends on the type of surgery and the ligament that they're going to cut on. But when he does come back, he's not going to have a strength issue. He's going to have a strength due to pain issue. So depending on how he tolerates pain, whether he can kind of get through it, gut through it, it's really, you can squeeze, but if you have a lot of pain, a lot of times it shuts down your muscles. And so some guys are able to overcome that. Some guys are real tough and they can, like a Navy SEAL type mentality, they can push through those things and the grip is not going to be a problem at all. But if he's not super pain tolerant, then it's going to be a significant issue. It's going to affect his throwing, his carrying, his handing it off, because even when he hands it off, just the running back grabbing it is going to be excruciatingly painful every time it hits that spot. So yeah, it all depends on his pain tolerance.
Is this a cast or a brace kind of thing, or is it one of those with a surgery and he continues the movement to keep things kind of still lubricated?
If there's no fracture, they want to move it as soon as they can. So they probably put him in a brace, like a soft and a hard brace, depending on the time of day, and get him in PT, getting it moving as much as possible, because tendons and ligaments and muscles, they heal better with a little bit of movement, but not so much that they're going to damage the surgical part. So it's depending on how big the surgery, the incision was, that's going to depend on how much they can move it and how soon they can move it.
Lots of ankle issues in the Big D. CeeDee Lamb with the high ankle sprain. Tyler Booker with a high ankle sprain. Now they have different, and Kenny Clark also with, I think, just a regular plain old ankle sprain. But the timeline for CD, they say 3 to 4 weeks. The timeline for Booker says 4 to 6 weeks. And now my initial thought is, Doc, the big guy would be, if the severity were the same, the big guy would be able to return first. Does this mean that Tyler Booker's is much more serious, or am I just wrong on thinking that a big man is just able to tape it up and do the job, whereas a guy who's got to run and cut is going to have a harder time getting back?
Yeah, for a traditional ankle sprain, like the regular inversion one, the fast guy is probably going to have a little more trouble coming back. The big guy's going to come back real fast. For a high ankle sprain, the joints aren't that much different in size between a real big guy and a fast guy. It's the amount of muscle and tissue around it that makes a difference. And body weight is the problem. So high ankle sprain, as a reminder, there's a bone between the two leg bones that acts like a wedge. And the more vertical weight you push through that, the more likely it is to come undone. And so if you're lighter and you can heal a little bit faster, like a CeeDee Lamb, it's actually a high ankle sprain you recover faster than a big guy who's going to constantly be hammering that wedge between those bones with his 300-plus pound frame.
All right, Trayvon Diggs back on an injury list with something else, a shoulder issue. It feels kind of like when you hear just broad shoulder, is that one of those, maybe you just need to take a week off because you're getting roasted?
I don't know. It was pretty hard to watch the game last weekend. So maybe it could be what they call a tactical shoulder injury, where there's no real diagnosis, no real imaging that's positive. It's just, man, this isn't very fun, and it hurts a lot more because we lost.
What's it called, a tactical injury? I like that.
Yeah. You get those a lot with hamstring pulls. You get tactical hamstring pulls, and suddenly you recover real quickly. It's just you didn't want to practice.
James Conner, they're being really weird about this injury. They're saying he's having foot surgery. Initially, it looked like an ankle injury. Have you seen anything about this to understand like what exactly is going on with James Conner and like what kind of a foot injury would have him out for the full season?
Usually, unless it's an ankle fracture, if it's a foot surgery, it's more likely than not the fifth metatarsal, which is that bone on the outside of your foot. So when you do roll your ankle, sometimes that bone either fractures or the tendon that's inserting into it rips off the bone. Either way, it's got to be surgically repaired. And the downside of it is that bone has a pretty poor blood supply, so it doesn't heal well. It almost always requires a pin to be put in there. And then you have to take a little longer to heal because it doesn't have a good blood supply. It takes longer than the typical 6 to 8 weeks. So and then you have rehab on top of that. So that's usually why it's a season ender.
Interesting. Let's go to regular run-of-the-mill ACL injuries. Got a couple of them. Basketball rise, Fred VanVleet. Knee injury. Looks like your standard ACL out for the season. Is there any possibility again at his age getting back, say, by March, April at all?
No, there's really no possibility because it's not just the stability and the strength you got to get back. It's the mentality part of it. So you really have to develop confidence in that knee because most of the time when you tear your ACL, it's non-contact. It's something you've done a million times before. And so in the back of your head, it's like, well, I don't know if I can explode like I did before, and I just don't have that confidence. So it just takes reps, takes time for these guys to get back.
And then Nick Bosa, pardon me, not Joey. Nick, but thank goodness it wasn't Joey. Nick Bosa tears his ACL. For a guy who's like an explosive athlete like that, the assumption is, I mean, he's done for the season, but do you expect him to be back looking the same as he did, when he does get back? Yeah,
fortunately, ACL injuries and the recovery, a lot of times guys come back and there's really no limitation on their, like a lot of surgeries, for example, you come back and like 80% is your hopeful, you can get to 80 or 90%. With ACLs, because of just specifically where that injury occurs in the knee, they almost always make a near full recovery, and they come back sometimes, quote unquote, stronger. It's not that the knee is stronger, It's that they rehab around it where they never did before, and so it actually creates better structural integrity of the supporting ligaments, muscles, and structures around the knee.
That was my experience. It really was. I felt stronger once I got over the mental part.
Doc, one last one here. It's Groundhog Day. Mike Evans has a hamstring injury. This is a guy who's had, I mean, it seems like the last several years he's missed time with the same exact injury, these hamstring injuries. Is this something that is not surprising to see as a recurring thing? And as he gets up in the years a little longer in the tooth, is it going to be harder for him to recover from these?
It is. Once you have chronic hamstring pulls, it's usually a biomechanical issue. And he's an unbelievable athlete. He's tall, he's fast, he can jump. But there are some things that limit you. Like, for example, his hip flexors are probably a little bit too tight. Unless you hyperextended your knee and you actually tore the muscle because it overstretched, which is pretty rare for NFL and NBA and other sports, it's usually because there's a muscle imbalance, and that's really hard to come out of, because once you feel pretty good, you want to get back on the field, you want to get back to doing things. You don't want to do the prehab and the boring exercises that create that balance between the flexors and the hip extensors. So once you start having these, it gets worse. As you get older, it gets harder to come back from because you get more scar tissue laid down. You're not as elastic as you used to be, so he's more likely to keep doing it.
Obviously, as we get into the football season, more and more injuries are going to happen. In your experience, is there a rhythm to a season where you can expect, like, week 3 of the season, a bunch of ankles, and then after all the ankles get healed, then there's the secondary injury after the healing of the ankles? Is there a rhythm to a football or a basketball season where there's a predominance of a certain kind of injury at a certain kind of a certain period in the season?
It's usually the intensity of the minutes. And so when the season first starts, you see a lot of injuries, a lot of pulls, sprains, strains, because guys are trying to get into game shape. Then they kind of settle in. Everyone kind of finds their rhythm. The middle of the season is not too bad for both NBA and NFL. And then as the playoff push gets closer and guys are really trying to either make the playoffs or get into the playoffs, that's when the intensity goes up again and you start to see injuries elevate like they did in the beginning of the season. So middle of the season usually pretty good. Beginning and end is where you really see a big spike.
All right, that is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arosty. We appreciate the time, Doc, and we'll do it again next week.
Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Dr. Garrett and all our guests appear via the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Well done.
1 hour left, friends. We got 1 hour to go on a hump day. Let's make it a hard hour. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why rewards members get free standard shipping, starting at Silver Key or Gold Pro status. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms subject to change.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez. The Texas Chancla has your back.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Sildana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling slowly. Now, we do have this wreck on I-10 westbound at Heidner taking up a right lane. It's got you stop and go from Crossroads, so about a 10, 12-minute delay. A new stall in the Castle Hills area, north side, 410 eastbound West Avenue, stall left lane. Rolling a bit slowly, 1604 northbound Calabria up to Hausman, about 15 minutes. And about 15 minutes on 410 northbound Marbach to Fredericksburg Road. 10-minute ride, 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway on down to Isom Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys have fired head coach Mike Gunday after 21 seasons in Stillwater. They now owe him a $15 million buyout. Potential replacements have already been mentioned, including UTSA's Jeff Traylor. More bad news coming from the state of Oklahoma as OU quarterback and Heisman candidate John Mateer suffered a thumb injury in the Auburn game. He'll have surgery and miss up to 3 weeks. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Oh, yes. How about this news? The Houston Texans release C.J. Gardner-Johnson
They don't like him. They don't like each other.
No. He was unhappy with his role. They were unhappy with him bitching.
With him.
It's a weird thing, though, because, like, it almost feels like grasping at straws because, like, I get it. You don't want a squeaky wheel. But he wasn't playing poorly, and your replacement level guy is probably not going to be as good as him.
They couldn't squeeze a pick out of anyone.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like, I mean, you couldn't get a 6th, 7th, 8th round pick.
This feels like and again, D'Amico Ryans, he better be right because the things that he's done so far, trading away Laramie Tunsil, who was your best offensive lineman, and basically saying it was, without saying, a culture move.
Mm-hmm.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson now.
Another culture move.
Culture move. All I know is right now, your offensive line looks like the worst in the league. The worst. And it's like, well, it'd probably be better if you had,
players.
Laramie Tunsil. But the culture thing works until it doesn't. The Belichick way, the Patriot way, everybody was all in with that until they stopped winning football games.
Don't you have to be good to act like that? I'm not saying this is only for professional football. I think that culture is such a transient thing in professional football. Now, college and high school, you build culture and you maintain it because you go get the guys that fit. In the NFL, you get the best guy available, and then you make the system fit him. This is all about Jimmys and Joes, So the culture comes from winning. Win first and then create the culture in the NFL, in my mind.
Yeah. I don't understand the move. They traded for him. They restructured his deal. They make him a starter, and then they release him.
Well, I think they've reached the point where we've done everything for you, and you're still bitching. I mean, but they made their bed, and this is what is concerning about the Texans. You've got so many problems. You can't make this work. You can't make this work. After all this, you still can't make this work.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to end up on the Eagles more than likely.
Probably.
And if the Eagles can fit him into their culture, it makes me think the Texans probably could have figured out a way to make him fit. And this is just a weird thing. But
well, it does speak to this. You don't make this kind of move unless you feel very comfortable in your seat. I don't think D'Amico's feeling any heat.
I think he is starting to feel some.
Is this a move that you make when you're starting to worry about? I mean, you're cutting a starter?
I think that again, we've seen that he is more than willing to move on from guys for non-football related reasons. And at this point, D'Amico Ryans is right around a 500 football coach. And that's not what, after year one, we thought we were going to be talking about.
Yeah, right there, but still at 500. And he can still justify this is a work in process. We still got stuff to do. And I can't have guys with this kind of attitude around. And as general manager, you signed him, you kept him. I tried, and I cut him. I can't work with him. And so that does tell me he feels comfortable. But this is no time to drain talent. I understand that maybe you isolate and eventually you excise, but right now you need some defense, man. You're cutting your safety, really.
It's an odd choice. And D'Amico says, well, he knows how he's going to fix the offense. We're going to speed up the tempo.
Okay.
That's what we're going to look for.
Right.
We're going to speed things up. Says any quarterback that plays, they're always going to have their favorites. When you're calling it, you just want to make sure you're starring those plays, and you kind of get those plays called as early as possible when the guys want it, because as us all, when it's something you like, you're going to probably perform a little bit better. With the tempo in certain plays, CJ really does a good job. The 2-minute, the tempo, that's where he operates really fast, decisive, making really nice plays. So we have to kind of lean into that more to put him in positions where he's playing quick, playing decisive.
I'm in. Why not? I don't have any problem with this at all.
Okay.
Seriously, if that's what you think is the fix, I'm all in.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's it going to get worse?
No. Well, I mean, it can't get much worse.
The thing that will get worse is suddenly your defense is on the field another 6 minutes a game because you're 3 snaps out and only burning a minute and a half off the clock. So you got to make sure you're matriculating the ball. But if you are, and you can get the ball out, and the mentality is CJ, stop standing around back there and watching, that might be the answer.
So only 6 teams, have ever made the playoffs after starting 0-3.
And they're not going to make it.
The 2018 Texans were one of them. If not, I think they were the most recent one.
They were. That was
I don't think that they come back from this.
They're not.
But I also don't know that D'Amico is making the best moves to make him look good.
And I'll tell you what, if they do manage to fight their way to playoff contention, in the long run, it could be the worst case for the Texans because at that point, then CJ will have more justification for pay me because this team had no talent and suddenly we went and got this, and I didn't have but one wide receiver. I didn't have a running back. I didn't have an offensive line, and we won 9 games, and we're in a playoff hunt. The worst thing for the long-term Texans bankroll is this, because then you have no recourse but to pay him. If you have a bad season, you can say, you know what, man, you're Baker Mayfield. I need money to help you.
I don't know, man.
Or is it just no matter what, they're going to have to pay him?
I think they feel like they're married to him.
You can be married to him, but have him accept the fact that, you know what, we're going to be great, but you're going to have to allow us some money in the bank account to help you get great. And I don't know how you talk a young quarterback into that because you're asking him to give up $40 million.
This C.J. Stroud is the gal who you meet one night and she does stuff. Like she does some really good dirty stuff, and you're like, oh my God, this is incredible. And then you start to see over the next few months of your relationship that she's kind of messy. She leaves her stuff laying around. She doesn't have the best grooming habits, so she's got a little odor.
You're much further down on CJ than I am. I'm not that far gone with him. I really think that there's more to be gotten if you give him an opportunity.
We've seen one good year, we've seen one meh year, and we've seen the start of a disaster year, and those are all in order.
I agree.
So he's regressing.
I wouldn't say regressing. He just hasn't progressed. He hasn't gotten much better, and I can go, well, at least he's treading water with what he's dealing with. But by the end of this season, I think we'll know exactly where he is. And the sad part is, no matter what happens, I think that they're going to be put in a situation where they're going to have to pay him a whole bunch of money with really not a lot of output.
And that's the thing, though. But CJ's going to – it's not like CJ's going to change his mind about what he is, because if you want me, that must mean I'm legit. So CJ's going to ask for what Dak asked for.
And he should.
Top-tier money.
I don't blame him.
And if the Texans pay him –
they're done.
Now, how do you it's not my fault because I don't have anything around me. Well, how are you going to get anything around you?
Right. So
how are we going to build a roster around you if we're giving you all this money? The Texans are really they are in a really, really not fun spot.
Like I said, best case is the worst case for the team this year. Best case is the long-term success is him being, quite frankly, underpaid.
Think about it. If C.J. Stroud wouldn't have had the rookie year that he did, if he would have just had
he'd be done.
Middle-of-the-road rookie year, let's say like what Drake May did last year, where you go, oh, I see some promise. And then last year was what last year was, and this year was what this year was.
They're
moving on.
Yeah. No,
they're moving
I
on.
have no doubt.
But because we saw that.
Because he did. And there's
year one, we saw it, and it's like, oh, that's what's there.
But, dude, that's enough. It is. I mean, how many quarterbacks even give you that? So you gave you some promise. Last year, you're treading water and getting worse, and you go, how? Why? Well, maybe it was his line. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was that. Now we're in year 3, and we're still looking like year 2. If he can manage for some reason to turn this team into a moderately winning team, you got to pay him. And everybody else will too.
Yeah, I think depending on how this season goes, it would be at least in their best interest to wait and say, take the chance of having to franchise him or whatever. Like, I would not pay him early. I would not.
Unless I could get him for Baker money. If I can get him for, low, high, I would sign him tomorrow.
Because, I mean, they're obviously going to sign his fifth-year option. But typically, these elite quarterbacks,
it's a new deal.
When you sign the fifth-year option, you're basically, this is the start of your new contract.
Right, it's a new deal.
I would let him play on that fifth-year option, or
at
least
so
have him play.
Recommend that with a quarterback.
At least have him play the full fourth year before I make a decision.
I agree. I so rarely recommend that with a quarterback because it is just about guaranteed that the market is going to rise no matter what. You know, you're going to franchise him and it buys you more time, but it also buys you more time to come up with more money because the next time you sit down with him, he's going to cost you even more. And the Cowboys dealt with that. And, the one thing that the Cowboys didn't do that would have been right was just not sign Dak. Give him that other year. But no, they panicked. Jerry panicked and gave him that deal right when he had to. And I'm afraid that you have to, or
and CJ was such the perfect storm for the Texans because they were, after the Deshaun fiasco, they were desperate for anyone to come along and be like a guy that they could wrap their hands around and say, this is our guy. And it looked like CJ was that guy. And you know what? Maybe he still can be. But right now, if I were a betting man, it feels like less than 50-50 that CJ is ever going to be an elite full-time quarterback in the NFL.
I agree, but that doesn't mean that has nothing to do with pay.
No,
and
it's
sadly.
And it doesn't. But every team that pays their middling quarterback elite money fails. It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
And teams, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, yes, but how many?
Look no further than Dallas right now.
This has nothing to do with the quarterbacks. This at that point when we're talking about everyone that does this, it's about GMs trying to keep their job. I mean, they have to sign these guys. They just have to.
Well, Nick Caserio, Nick Caserio, he's so smart. Nick Caserio,
I have to sign him. I have to. And if you'd have just waited like Baltimore and you get a Danny Dimes just fall in your lap, this guy can actually do it.
Losers. Texans stink now. It's crazy and pathetic. They might be worse than the Cowboys.
On a talent standpoint, maybe.
God, what a game that would be. The Texans might hold them to 0, but the Texans also can't score. That'd be
3-0.
That'd be weakness on weakness. The Texans offense against the Cowboys defense. Something's got to give.
Yeah. I'd pay to see that.
Something
you would. That's the problem. I don't think anybody'd pay to see it.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. I got to tell you about Carbach though. Carbach and sports go together like peanut butter and jelly, like Axeman and Bobcat. They're just meant to be. And guys, we know you're going to be out watching the games this week. I like to watch my football games with a nice cold Carbach. Lately, it's been that Carbachtoberfest. I just love it. I think it's such a great beer for this time of year. And supposedly, at least what Vic and Rob have told me, it's going to be cooling down for the weekend. So those Carbachtoberfest might taste even better. If that's not your thing, no big deal. They got something for everybody in the lineup. Love Streets, their Cold Style Blonde Ale, you'll be able to find. That's their best seller. You'll be able to find that everywhere. Hopadillo is their flagship IPA. Crawford Bock, another one of their great year-round beers. Something for everybody in their lineup. And again, it's all over San Antonio, not just in the grocery stores and the liquor stores, which you'll be able to find it there, but in tons of bars and restaurants as well. So when you're out this weekend watching the football, go ahead and ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots on 1604 westbound approaching La Cantera Parkway. This wreck has 3 left lanes blocked and it's causing about a 10-minute delay slow from Judson Road. I-10 upper level eastbound approaching Culebra. That wreck is in the right lane. 410 eastbound approaching Honeysuckle. 2 left lanes blocked with an accident. On I-10 eastbound as you approach 1604, some debris in the right lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, college impact, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the crunch time hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The Fall Golf Booker Road. Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Would you capture it or let it slip?
Yeah.
Do you think when he was writing this and they came up with the music, he knew that this would be the intro to so many athletic competitions? Like, this is going to ring forever.
Bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd grows so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking. How? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choked. He's so mad, but he won't give up. That is he. Nope, he won't have it. Oh, what a song.
So for 20 years,
Made
this
for that
was the
movie,
intro.
too.
And then Kanye came out with Power, and it kind of
Yeah.
kind of over. But for a long time, man, there was a lot of locker rooms that before they ran out, this was on.
Because you do have you got to capture it. You got to capture it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
It's old school. OG for you kids.
Art brought something up. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. Brad Johnson, too. Now,
Yes.
here's the thing about those guys.
Very different careers.
Now, first of all, those two guys do have Super Bowl rings. They were all, I guess, one of them was 25 years ago. The other one's coming up on 25 years, which was a different
Do we
era
throw
of the
Carson
NFL.
Wentz into this too? I mean, he did everything but win it. You know what I mean? He carried them to the precipice.
I mean, Carson Wentz played like at an MVP level.
That's what I'm saying. But but for one glorious year.
But here's the difference here's the connector of, if you want to throw Carson Wentz into the argument as well. All of those guys, what they had in common was their teams had elite defenses, and they weren't paid.
They weren't paid, and they were asked, don't screw it up.
The difference
Don't
is
do anything dumb.
So when you have an elite team, and think about, I mean, that Bucs defense had Rondé Barber and Derek Brooks. That's a Hall of Fame.
Top five defense of all time.
The Ravens defense, the year that Trent Dilfer won, Ray Lewis,
Best.
Terrell Suggs, Ed Reed, like this was a who's who. And the Texans the Texans have a team right now. Their defense is that good. The problem is if you can't win it when your quarterback's not paid, once you pay him, and now it's time to pay Will Anderson. Oh, well, we don't have the money to pay Will Anderson. Now it's time to pay Derek Stingley. Well, we don't have that money because you paid C.J. Stroud.
And they were asked to do entirely different things. You know, you can't equate the two. That's why I threw Carson Wentz in, because at least it's modern. At least it's recent.
Yeah.
Because quarterbacks are now, back then, your teams were stable. You weren't changing out a lot of stuff. The guys that were on defense, you might have lost 3 starters to free agency. It just was very different then. Now, the quarterback matters so much more because there's this rotating roster around you because of the way these guys are getting paid. Just a very different world.
Those teams are all committed to a roster before committing to a quarterback.
Exactly. And that's just not how the modern NFL works. You don't have enough time to do what they did.
And then he says Jim McMahon, 85 Bears. That doesn't even count because there wasn't.
They did have the greatest defense of all time.
There wasn't a salary cap then either.
Yeah, again, it goes back to the continuity of play, and you could have an average quarterback because the average talent on your team, man for man, was pretty damn high if you had a decent GM. Now even your best GM can't afford to put these things together. You get 5 good players on a team. We heard Jerry earlier say, well, we slot 6 dudes. We're going to have 6 dudes on our team that are going to get 80% of the pay. And that's the modern league.
It's just harder to do once you start pay. Once you pay a quarterback, it's very difficult to build a championship level roster. It just is.
And of those, I would accept an argument over the long term that Flacco might deserve a jacket. I would accept it. I would listen. I would listen to what, if you look at the sum total of his career, in totality, he's the one guy in this grouping where you go, you know what? He might actually deserve it.
Jose says Suggs wasn't there. He's right. That was the second title. The first one was Peter Boulware and Jamie Sharper. And trust me, they were still doing just fine. Rod Woodson on that team. They had plenty of guys there still. But he's right. That was pre-Terrell Suggs. Sam Adams, who was like, that's one of your boys, an Aggie.
There's no argument. Both those defenses were great.
Yeah. But you can't build or maintain a defense like that if your quarterback is making half of your team's money. It's impossible. I stand by it. And that's why I say do not pay top 15 quarterbacks like they are top 5 quarterbacks. Because the minute you do that, these guys aren't good enough to overcome it. They're not. There's a handful of guys who are good enough. When I say a handful, most of them haven't even done it yet. Like, I think Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are good enough to overcome meh rosters. They haven't done it yet. And, hell, Lamar's actually had a pretty good roster and hasn't done it yet. It's a very difficult task. It really is. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports these days. And there is apparently there's a big shooting today up in Dallas. I don't want to get much into it because I haven't seen much about it yet. I don't know all the details of it, so I don't want to speak on something I don't know of. But that has happened. So when we're talking about what's going on outside of sports, that is certainly happening. I just don't know the details enough to speak on it yet. Over on KTSA, if you prefer, they're probably talking about it right now.
News breaks, they try to fix it.
That's right. The things I talk about are the important things.
Truly broken news.
I think, there's a lot of stuff right now I like to call it window dressing.
Okay.
The government wants to distract us, okay? So, Charlie Kirk shooting, distraction. Tylenol, distraction. And you might even think, well, he's going to say it's a distraction of the Epstein files. No. The Epstein files are a distraction. You know what they're distracting from?
Aliens? UFOs?
No, even bigger. The war on poop spray. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to get rid of it.
That is some foul-smelling stuff.
Well, what kind are you talking about? What are we talking about here?
A teaching assistant has been arrested following a series of disturbances at a South Carolina high school.
Okay.
Where a mysterious odor was plaguing the campus for weeks.
So, joke fart spray?
Yes.
Nice.
Alexander Lewis, 32 years old. I respect the hell out of this guy, honestly.
What's the problem here?
He faces charges of disturbing schools and malicious injury to property after allegedly using a spray designed to mimic the smell of feces. He purchased the spray online, used it multiple times between August 25th and September 19th, causing significant disruptions.
A man can't have a practical joke day in and day out? Maybe he's wearing his cologne.
There were $55,000 in inspection and air conditioning repair costs for the district.
So he was setting this off and emptying his class out we got to go outside.
Yes.
This guy needs to be the principal.
Yes, he does.
Don't fight him, promote him.
In August, the district assured parents via email that inspections of the school's gas lines, propane systems, and air quality revealed no dangers. However, they now believe the odor was intentionally caused. Now, here's the thing, though. There's some parents, my son has asthma, and it's been triggered multiple times because of this fake poop smell, and I had to take him to the doctor 3 times.
Wow, helicopter mom.
Well, I mean, maybe toughen your kid up. If he can't handle a little bit of poop smell,
the kid doesn't ride on a bus.
He ain't going to make it.
So what this is really for me is an advertisement for the brand that this guy bought. This stuff works.
Right?
Whatever this is, it's good.
Do you think I didn't look for that?
What
for the
is
brand?
this stuff?
I couldn't find the brand that he used.
See,
I mean, this is powerful.
They buried the lead on this. This stuff is real.
He appeared in court. A judge set his total bond at $9,000.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The malicious injury to personal property charge would be addressed in General Sessions Court on November 19th. The bond for that one is set at $8,000. The charge of interfering with schools would be heard in Florence Magistrates Court with a bond of $1,000. So
now, if this was malicious, maybe.
And they say additional charges might be even possible on top of that.
Holy cow! Just for making farts.
Can you believe it?
Bottling farts and letting it go.
It's like, give me a break, man.
That's just too bad. What have we come to as a society?
Yeah. What is this place? What is
now,
this
what if
world?
I did it personally? Would I be if I just had that general smell? If I was farting, would I be held accountable?
No, I don't think they can. I don't think they can send you to prison for having odorous
toxic
gas.
farts. If I could fart so much that it emptied a classroom and caused them to have to go clean the air conditioning filters, would I be held in jail or just like an outdoor pen?
Yeah.
We can't keep you in here. You're going to have to be outside. We're going to just chain you to a tree, man. We got to have some breezes.
Yep. Art says Charlie Kirk did actually get murdered in front of his wife and kids. So they say. I think it's all about this, distractions. That's Jimmy Kimmel, distraction. Oh, they're going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. No one will notice the fart spray ban. That's what the government wants to do is take away
some kind of tariff on it.
Yeah.
It could be so expensive because the Chinese fart smell is so much better.
After a lot of discussion, we're banning the poop spray. They're bringing it in from China. It's very bad. It's doing bad things to our air conditioning. The people who have the asthma. It's
not asthma. He couldn't pronounce it.
It's that they've got a lot of people have the asthma, and a lot of it's being caused by this acetamiprid, which basically translates to poop spray. And
hey, that stuff really.
Oh, it's horrific.
Is it really that bad?
It is horrific.
I need to get some.
Oh no, I've used it before.
Is it an aerosol like a? Is it like a squirt?
No, it's like a small aerosol can. Yeah. Yeah, we pranked someone long time ago. We sprayed it in their car. In the air conditioning, like underneath the hood.
Well, let me tell you, by precedent, you could go to jail for this.
That was in the 80s. Nobody cared.
Back then, yeah.
B. Hannon says the pre-workout farts are the worst. No, the worst is pre-workout is bad, but imagine you eat Thai food the night before, and then you take pre-workout before the gym in the morning.
Geez, some asbestos
do
chonas at that point,
Devastation.
man. You're blowing fire at that moment.
Devastation.
And sprinkle some asparagus.
A little bit of for flavor, for a little Brussels sprout additive, little top note of Brussels sprout. Oh, that'd be a luscious smell. Oh, that'll put you in jail.
Well, speaking of distraction, guess who? There's a lawyer who has now got someone new to blame for the shootings, the Charlie Kirk shooting. Who do you think it is?
Aliens.
What about what if I told you they were kids?
Really?
Just meddling kids?
What if I told you they were cartoon kids on a show called South Park? Yeah.
No.
Rogan O'Hanley.
That's a good name. Rogan O'Hanley?
Yeah, he is a
Bothface?
A pro-Trump lawyer. He goes by the pseudonym DC Drano. He's one of those drain the swamp fellas. He was on Twitter yesterday saying that South Park parodies are responsible for the shootings of these Republicans. Says, I hope the South Park guys are doing some soul searching right now. They stayed quiet for 4 years about the clown show that was Joe Biden. Yet the two biggest people they've demonized, President Trump and Charlie Kirk, were both shot. I wonder if they realize they've become part of the problem in this country.
Cartoons and those meddling kids.
I'm not
Mr.
sure.
Smithers.
I'm not sure that blaming a cartoon is going to work.
It wasn't cartoons. It was Ozzy backwards.
There was a time in this country where you could blame. It's the hippity hop music that these kids are listening to. The rock and roll. It's the devil.
And then it's Call of Duty and GTA.
Video
They're playing
games.
video games and making them want to kill people.
And now I think we've kind of gotten past all that. I don't imagine they're no longer blaming Call of Duty, a game where you actually,
have a sniper.
Have a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
No, they're blaming South Park. That's the move now.
What a freaking joke.
Well, it's all Cartman.
Yeah.
It's all on Cartman.
It's all Cartman.
It's
yeah.
on him, man.
It's a
I
big
hate to put it on him, but let's be
know
real.
I mean, keep in mind, I've also seen Kenny get shot.
Well, Kenny has suffered a lot over the years. I don't see anybody standing up for Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny died a lot of times.
Oh, blank. Who killed Kenny? No one asks that anymore.
Oh, all right, friends. Let's take our last break of the day, and I've got to do one more.
Okay.
I've got to do one more.
All right.
This is happening in China now. Homosexuality in China is so it's kind of frowned upon. It's decriminalized, but they are like same-sex relationships are not legally recognized. So it's kind of like
but don't tell.
It's kind of like weed in Texas. Like
we're not going to test
they're not
it unless
gonna
you really piss us
They're
off.
not going to take you to prison over it. But you're not allowed to like flaunt that you've got it either. You don't want to do that.
We could get you if we wanted to.
So what they're doing now in China?
Oh no! Oh no!
Because a lot of the movies they show in China are American or European movies that they just dub or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, they are now using AI to make gay scenes not gay. There's a
What? Come on,
man. There's a movie called Together, a horror movie called Together.
Okay.
And there's a gay couple in it, and there's a moment where they have an on-screen kiss, and China used AI to put a woman's face over one of the men's faces.
That just suddenly got the dude turned into a woman.
I thought that guy was a dude. Who's this new character?
Straight for pay.
Oh, AI. Yeah, no, everything's cool now. It's like,
Wasn't that a man just a second ago?
No, no big deal. No big deal. It's very, very normal.
It's a quick transition.
Oh, yeah, it says the evolution of using AI to directly swap faces is truly terrifying. In the future, we won't even know if we're watching the original film. Another one says, that's great. We can re-release Brokeback Mountain and God's Own Country and use AI to remake them into heterosexual romances in just one click.
Okay. So
I don't know.
All right.
That'll fix
I don't
everything.
really feel the need to see Brokeback Mountain that bad. You don't really need to change it up.
Everything.
You can leave it how it was. I'm fine with it. It's just not my movie.
All right. Let's take our last break. We'll come back. We'll do the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
Do you have a Connecticut water softener? If you do, you probably know so. And if you don't know what kind of water softener you have, that kind of tells me something. If you care about your home, whether it's one you built or one you moved into, you want to make the pipes last as long as possible. And if you care about your appliances, they ain't cheap, and you want to make sure your ice maker and your refrigerator last as long as possible, you should care about your pipes and you should care about your water treatment system. Because Connecticut by far is the very best. They have all the awards to prove it. They work, whether you care about it or not, they're on duty as long as you need it. And one of the great things about a Connecticut is it attaches to your pipes. You don't even plug one of those in. It won't suck one penny in your power bill because it only works on kinetic energy. That saves you on energy costs. It saves you on salt costs. And it also saves you on water costs. You're not going to hear that weird cycling thing at 3 a.m. like what my parents' water softener used to do. No, Connecticut's work when you want it to, and they save you money. And there's never been a better time to get the very best on the market like a Connecticut than right now. If you're interested and you're already plumbed, call Connecticut right now at 656 Pure. They're going to come out and put one of their very best in your home for 90 days and not charge you a penny. I want you to find out what I know. At the end of the time, when you're ready to buy, and you will be, there's a lot of benefit there. There's money in your old water softener up to $450 with approved credit, zero financing, and a gift, a reverse osmosis drinking station you hear me talking about all the time. They've got the decor to match yours. And I'll tell you what, you will never need to buy another water bottle. That water is right there ready for you at the sink. I love mine. I want you to get yours. So call 656 Pure today. If it's time to get a new water softener, go ahead and get the very best, so you don't even have to splurge to do it. Call Connecticut today, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The Post-Career Day Press Conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during Career Day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You hear that? That's Mike, sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
That's pretty good. Yeah, well, as we're sitting in a jail cell, yeah, we can talk while we're playing a harmonica, in the jail cell.
That's not what a harmonica sounds like, sir.
Whatever. Oh, look at me. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Don't still be stealing my lucky charms.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1. San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Joe Reinagel. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, yeah, baby. Taking you home on a hump day. Axeman and Bobcat.
It's appropriate.
A couple smooth brothers. Yeah.
I need more Stevie Ray in my life, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray's death, all part of a cover-up on the poop spray thing.
Yeah. It's all.
It all comes together.
It's all connected.
I blame the illiterati or whatever they're called.
I do too. That's exactly who I blame.
Illuminati or the illiterate. I blame the illiterate more than the Illuminati.
I guess let's do the daily lines before I tell I've got a story relating to lady basketball.
All right.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
The WNBA continues to be morons when it comes to scheduling.
I don't understand.
What happened now?
I don't know if you guys were aware, but the game one of the semifinals happened on Sunday.
Yep.
What a day to have that.
Right in the middle of all of our football.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were like,
at what time, right? Like at 2?
Middle of the day.
Yeah.
Really, on a Sunday, what time could it be that you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll give up football for that? No.
There's none. The answer is none. No time.
It needs to be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay. Well, they played game 2 on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And they were wise enough to say, okay, let's schedule game 3 for Friday.
Which?
Oh, okay. Well,
kind of makes some sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Friday seems like a good day for it. Unfortunately, what happened yesterday was the Mercury had a comeback victory. They were getting their ass kicked by the Minnesota Lynx. They were down 16 at halftime. They ended up going to overtime, and the Mercury won the basketball match. Now, you might think, oh, that's great for them. Well, game 3 on Friday. Well, guess what? They didn't have their arena available on Friday. The Jonas Brothers are supposed to play their arena on Friday.
Well, at least they got their priorities in order.
No, they've now booted the Jonas Brothers out. They said, sorry, Jonas Brothers.
What?
The lady basketball team here has got to take priority.
You got a bunch of angry 12-year-old girls.
Oh, at 12? How about 30?
Oh, I guess that's
the
true.
Jonas Brothers were like, who kicked us out?
The what?
The what?
Phoenix Mercury?
What is that?
What the hell?
Is that hockey?
They're not Jonas Brother fans. They're more Lilith Fair types. So, anybody in the Lilith Fair genre playing?
Yeah,
we don't know.
Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, they wouldn't have kicked her out, I can tell you that. Tracy Chapman, live. They're all there.
Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. The WNBA, both series tied up at 1 game apiece. Again, we'll get to those lines on Friday, but I did find that quite amusing. Major League Baseball today. Oh, yes. The Nationals at the Braves. Andrew Alvarez goes for the Nationals. Bryce Elder for the Braves. A game that matters a lot more to the Padres than it does. Oh, I'm sorry. It's minus 190 are the Braves. Matters to the Padres a lot more than it does the Brewers. Dylan Cease going for the Padres. Chad Patrick for the Brewers. The Padres minus 135 favorites with their ace on the hill. So big day for the Padres. They need that win badly today. Shane Baz and the Rays go to Baltimore. Tyler Wells and the Orioles. The Orioles are minus 120. Paul Skeens Day. They are it's Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Hunter Green going for the Reds. Reds minus 120, though, as again, the Reds actually playing for something. Both teams playing for something here. Jack Flaherty and the Tigers.
Yeah.
Tanner Bibby and the Guardians. Guardians minus 135.
This is as close to much must-watch regular season baseball.
It really is, yeah. It's playoff baseball happening right now. Ryan Weathers and the Marlins, they go to Philly to take on Jesus Luzardo. Phillies are minus 195. Frazier Ellard pitches for the White Sox. You might be saying that's a made-up person, and to that I would say, yeah, that is a made-up person. Max Fried goes for the Yankees. This is one of the bigger lines I've seen this year, especially in non-Rockies division. Minus 385 are the New York Yankees today.
They got nothing to do but win. I mean,
guess
they've
not.
already clinched.
Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox, minus 125 in Toronto, taking on Max Scherzer and the Blue Jays. Jonah Tong goes for the Mets. They are even money. Chicago getting minus 125 on the comeback there. Matthew Boyd going for the Cubbies. Taj Bradley and the Twins take on Jacob deGrom and the Rangers. Jacob deGrom's last start of the year.
Jake, one more time, baby.
A minus 200
what are they
favorite.
Lost? 8 straight?
8 straight losses.
Jake's going to break the streak right here.
Stephen Kolek and the Royals go to L.A. to take on the Angels. You say Kikuchi. I say Kakachi for the last time this year, minus 125. Blake Snell and the Dodgers. Blake Snell, who's had, I think, 12 and 11 strikeouts in his last 2 games. Might want to take a look at him on Underdog. Yeah. Shutouts in both of them, I think. You might want to check him out on Underdog today. They are minus 155, taking on Ryan Nelson and the Diamondbacks. Colorado Rockies, Rocky Mountain High. They blew it yesterday. They had the Mariners on the ropes, and they blew it. Tanner Gordon goes for the Rockies. Luis Castillo for the Mariners. Mariners minus 310. Woo-hoo. Robbie Ray and the Giants host Sonny Gray and the Cardinals. That's a pick 'em both ways, minus 110. And the last gasp for the Houston Astros. Hunter Brown takes the hill on short rest, minus 135 at the A's.
In the cornfield. If you build it, they will come and beat you.
I can't feel possibly good about the Astros, even with Hunter Brown going. It just feels like they're dead. It just feels dead. The Ryder Cup starts on Friday. We'll have Will Doctor, our golf expert, join the program tomorrow at around 7:40.
USA.
And hear his breakdown of the Ryder Cup. It's football starting tomorrow too. We'll be all over the game for tomorrow and the games for the weekend. Plenty to discuss. Don't miss us. Blitz coming up at 2 right here on this fine station. We'll see you tomorrow, boys and gals.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.